There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Nice to see you all. Busy day today. We have lots cooking. I love days like today. We're going to take it easy because the last couple of days were fucking heavy. Like, super heavy. Like, those days where you're like, oh, my God, we got to wade through all this fucking conspiracy shit. And then we got to deal with the war in Ukraine and look at terrible pictures and all the other stuff. We had Alex on, and I love Alex, but I mean, heavy shit. So we lightened it up today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Blue Jays. They're going to open up on Friday, which I'm really excited about. Very, very excited about. Rod Black's going to join us on Friday. Just confirmed that.
I'm so happy that they're going to get the whole season in.
Oh,
like, I was worried we weren't going to get the 426 games that they play every year.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm. Thank God for small miracles.
Yeah, I know. They were going to consider adding a couple of games this year too. I thought you'd really dig that. That'd be good. Who doesn't need 400 to 500 baseball games in the summer? I would think it went to 200 games. I'd be happy because I love the fucking sport that much. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, we're going to talk Blue Jays baseball.
But it's a little fucking out of hand. Why are you okay with the NFL having what is it? 18? 17? 17 games in a regular season, but yet you need to have 300 fucking baseball games.
Well, the NFL plays like once a week, right?
Football has a bit more contact than baseball as well.
Just a smidge. Yeah.
Just a little bit more contact. That's why the players union's like, we don't want another game. We don't want another game.
Yeah, and hockey, it's the same fucking thing. Like, we're barreling into the NHL playoffs. I don't know if you watched the Leaf game last night. I was on the phone with a buddy of mine. It was like, 1-1 after one, and then it was 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 Leafs. And I'm like, holy fuck, they're opening it up. Then they lose the game in overtime, 7-6.
Here
and I'm
it comes.
Like, fuck, here we go again.
They've got the greatest player in the league.
Yeah, they do, which we're going to get into today. Matthews versus McDavid. Matthews with another, he had a few points last night, no biggie. He had like 3 goals the night before that with another assist. No biggie. He's got 54 goals, 95 points. He's the best player in the league. So we're going to get to the bottom of that.
He is not the best player in the league.
He is. He's the best all-around player in the league.
You hit your head. I'm worried about you.
Listen.
Does the Dean Blundell Podcast Network have a medical plan? You need to see somebody.
No dental yet.
We barely have enough to pay for the hosting fees, so dental's a way off. But no, I want to get to the bottom of it. Yes, and what I've done is I've actually done some comparative research today, so we're going to get to that. Is it
and
McDavid?
I have some receipts as well.
Matthews? Yeah, I know. Well, you got a Twitter poll. It's not really a receipt.
Just because he's really fast, it doesn't make him better.
Yeah, that's right.
Just because he's a fast skater.
Both of you.
Just because he's super quick. Yeah,
absolutely. Everybody on the planet, if they're building their team and they get to pick a team and they're making a first pick. Listen, Matthews. I'm not suggesting Austin Matthews is not a good player. I'm suggesting the first fucking player you take is
Connor McDavid. Well,
yes,
he's not, and I'll tell you why later on in the show today. Yeah,
and then Milan Lucic.
I love how he was in your poll too. Anyway,
I had to tell
so we got
Flames fans that was a joke. By the way, he was the comedic part of the poll, everybody. Flames fans are like, it's Milan. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's okay. I like the little curveball you threw at people. But we're going to get to that today, and then we've got some merch stuff to get to today. It's Masters Week. Tiger is playing in the Masters, which is fucking crazy when you think about where he was 13.5 months ago, laying in a ditch with his fucking leg hanging off his pants. Like, am I going to lose a leg? There he's fucking playing in the Masters this year, which you never fucking discount. We'll talk about some hot babes and a few other things. These hot babes can't seem to find dates, which is a real shame. And then we've got a real cool radio bit to get to at the end. So anyway, everybody.
Yeah, everybody, we're going to play a little game.
Chris Rook, ladies and gentlemen, our head of production, Chris Rook, sits in today. Nice to see you. How are you? You all right?
Good. I heard it was going to be an easy show today. I heard the word easy, so in I came.
Here I go.
Couldn't get on here fast enough.
Well, we had
like easy topics.
We had like on Monday, we had like a full on display of disgustingness because our friend Alex, who lives in the Ukraine, he's doing work for international criminal courts, and he sent us all those pictures. He's like, "Can you please put these up?" We're like, "Oh, okay." So we put those up, and we cried through the whole thing. And then yesterday, Alex joins us, and that was a fucking emotional mess. And then we had Hi-Fi on, and he and Ryan got in a big fucking fight yesterday in the middle of the show. And I'm like,
anything? I was going to ask.
Anything
interesting happened yesterday?
Yeah,
it got a little emotional. I would suggest, right? That's why I try to stay sober on these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was incredible. So we wanted to lighten it up today, and I thought we'd start with the Masters because I fucking couldn't believe it. It was like 4 days ago. I'm sitting down working, and I see this notification from someone I follow. It's like, Tiger Woods might play the Masters. And I'm like, no way. And then I see like the plane, like where the plane, you can view the route of a certain plane and where it's going. It's like, this is Tiger's plane on the way to the Masters. I'm like, are you guys really that fucking horny for like whether or not Tiger Woods is going to play the Masters? And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh my God, I am that horny too. Like I'm just as horny as everybody else to see if Tiger plays in the Masters. So 2 days ago, he's like, yeah, there's a good chance I'm playing. Yesterday, he's like, I plan on playing. I'm going to play 9 holes today, which is today. He's on the course right now with JT and Freddie Couples. And he said he's fucking playing. Like Tiger Woods is like, I'm playing in the Masters. Here's a clip of him talking about that, which will probably get yanked at some point. Either or, here you go.
Around here, far right.
Yep, I got you.
Yep. When will you decide whether for sure you're playing, and what will determine that?
Well, as of right now, I feel like I am going to play. As of right now, I'm going to play 9 more holes tomorrow.
Like that's a bad lid, by the way. Wear a hat, Tiger. It's okay to wear a hat during the press conference.
When does he shave that thing? There's the first question.
Yeah, you got to let it go. Let it go, buddy.
How old is he? 47, 46,
46.
47? 46 years old. A year ago this time, he was in traction, and a month before that, his leg was amputated. Like his leg was hanging off via the skin and whatever tendons left. And they're like paramedics were puking looking at his leg. People were saying he's never going to play again. Medical professionals, surgeons on this show, dude, we talked about it on this program.
Yeah.
We're like, if he'll be lucky to be able to walk 18 with his kid and caddy with him, Charlie, who's a fucking hell of a golfer too. He'll never win. He'll never play competitive again.
Yeah.
He shut up for 13 months. He just went to work. And I know what science says about what he's been able to do on broken legs, broken knees, broken backs. The fact he shouldn't be playing because his back's fused. The fact he shouldn't be playing because he's had like 4 knee constructions. This one is different because every medical professional was like, that was so gross. I don't even like, from the list of the injuries, the litany of issues that he had with his leg. He's fucking playing in the Masters, dude. Mm-hmm. He's playing. Do you know how fucked this is? You know how fucking crazy it is?
Yeah.
That Tiger Woods, after 13 months, is competing and playing in the Masters. And it's not just crazy that he's there. I watched his practice rounds. Did you see how many people were at those practice rounds, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thousands, like it was Sunday. Chris posted a great article on it.
I've been on this story like a fly on shit.
Yeah.
I was the one that posted the flight patterns. As soon as obviously I'm watching flight patterns all the time. And as soon as I saw Tiger's plane head to Augusta, log time, Tiger's on his way.
Like, the only thing he's done is he's fucked around with his kid. And I'm like, and when he was he needed a cart. This is a couple of months ago. Needed a cart just to be able to join his son. He's going to walk one of the hardest courses in the PGA to walk on a leg that he had surgically reattached just over a year ago. They asked him, they're like, once you said you'd never play in a tournament unless you thought you could win it. Do you think you could win? He's like this. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like, there isn't anybody on this planet, for all the foibles and all the bullshit, that has captivated any sport the way he's captivating the sport. Like, I didn't really have designs on watching the Masters this weekend. I am not going to miss a hole lock. I am not going to miss a minute of it. I watched this morning's practice round like it was the Masters. I was like legitimately watching him play 9 holes this morning, like with my coffee, my notepad. And I'm like, this can't really be happening. Like, do you guys understand how fucking incredible this is?
Yeah, I've thought about this for a long time. Like, what is it about Tiger that sucks us back into this sport? Like, I watch golf, but I'm not a crazy fan. Like, I'm not getting up every day and checking box scores from the tournaments on the weekend. But if I hear somebody's on a run or whatever, I might tune in on a Sunday, right? But I will watch Tiger. I will watch Tiger. I don't know why. It's weird. He's
just the practice. This is practice round.
This is Monday's round. Yeah,
it is
basically fascinating. He was drawing Sunday crowds, is what they were saying. Even John Daly got off his bus in the parking lot to come watch, selling his merch.
Did he really?
It's fascinating. It really is his control over this sport, right? Like he could finish dead last, and or you could tell everybody there's no way he's gonna even make the top, whatever, and everybody will go, fuck that. No, he's gonna make it. People, it's funny watching the commentators on it because they're doing it. No, he's got a chance. If he says he's got a chance, you can't count him out. Top 10 at least. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you got to be kidding me. The guy literally, they were going to remove his leg.
Yeah.
They sat him down and said, Tiger, I think we got to take your leg off. And somebody stepped in and said, no, you don't take the leg off of Tiger Woods. You need to bring somebody in that can put the fucking thing back on. Let's do that. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, let's say somebody had fucked it up and didn't put it on properly, and now he's got a hitch in his walk.
Yeah.
Right?
Which he
that
does.
Didn't happen.
No, dude, I was watching this practice rounds. Chris, you were watching it too. You watched the practice rounds, and he's like bending over to take the ball out of the cup on his right leg. And then when he starts walking, he's got a limp. And they asked him yesterday, they said, hey, listen, you can golf, but how much pain are you in? And he's like this, you know, we don't understand. Like we just assume he's in no pain. We assume he's 100%. He hasn't said a word, right? But to your point, there is something that is so fucking incredibly captivating about everything that Tiger Woods does, because he does the impossible all the time. And again, I'm a Tiger Woods file. I watch everything on Tiger Woods. I don't know if you saw the special on him and his dad, the whole Tiger Woods bit, the 2-part series. It was like made you sad. And then when you think about like hedonic adaptation, you think about what he's chased his whole life and how he's just dealt with misery and dealt with disappointment, even though he's been the greatest of all time. I mean, the whole mental side of this should have crushed him, not just the physical shit. But 13 months later, as Lachlan points out, after doctors are like, there's too much math involved in this, we should just cut off your fucking leg because we don't think we know anybody on the planet that can put this back together. And like, no. You go find that guy or girl and you bring that person in here because this is Tiger fucking Woods. And he's out there again today. And here's the thing. I don't even question.
I thought he'd walk away.
I did too.
I thought this was it. I thought this would be the last straw.
I don't even question the fact that he might win, because a couple of years ago when he won, everybody was like, there's no way he'll win again. Fucking there he is walking up 18 at the Masters, giving him one of these because he's going to fucking win the Masters again when everybody you cannot write him off. And that's the mystery. That's what everybody's going to watch this weekend, rookie, right? Like that's why everybody's going to tune in.
It's kind of tailored
not to see if Scotty Scheffler can hang on to world number 1. That's for fucking sure.
Who?
Exactly.
The reality is it's kind of tailored to his advantage because he's really good at this course, first of all.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that it's the smallest field, one of the smallest fields. So he only has to beat a certain amount of guys to do it. And the other thing is that it's Tiger Woods. Like if he announces he's playing, that gets into the heads of all the other players who's ever paired with him, with the crowds. It's the effect. It's the Tiger effect. CBS's ratings just quadrupled. You said, you're not going to miss a hole. I'm not going to miss a hole. Like it's one of the greatest couching weekends of all time, especially with Tiger there.
Oh, fuck yeah, big time.
I got my vasectomy the week before. I planned it around the Masters.
So did I.
Yeah.
The weekend prior to the Masters, there are more vasectomies than any other week in the history of vasectomies worldwide.
I did it on purpose.
That's right.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Sat there with a bag of peas. We had some issues too. I don't need to get into it, but they're.
You sure you don't want to get into it? Because that sounds like something you'd want to do.
Here we go. Lachlan's vasectomy story. Do you need some vasectomy music for this?
Yes.
I can do that.
Yes.
All right, here
I'll
we
do
go.
Host by Ramstein.
Told the story a lot, so I'm quick at it.
All right.
So here's the thing, and please, anybody listening or watching in Winnipeg, I loved Winnipeg. Winnipeg is a fantastic city.
No, it isn't.
In Canada.
No one says that.
How does this have to do with your vasectomy?
Okay, listen to me, because I got it done in Winnipeg. And
okay,
here's the thing you need to know about Winnipeg. If you're smart or you have money, you move. You don't stay in Winnipeg. Okay? So if you're getting some medical procedure done in Winnipeg, you're getting it from somebody who had enough education and enough money to stay in, to leave Winnipeg. So you got to automatically be concerned about your choice to get a vasectomy in Winnipeg, because the guy that's doing it's probably a fucking idiot. Okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm on the table, and I don't know why, but every time I tell the story, I add another nurse. There's 6 nurses standing around, and he's having a chat with them about his house, his weekend property on the lake. And he's digging around in my nuts. And in the middle of his conversation, about his summer home, he goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "Hey, no, that's not something I want to hear, Doc."
Hey-o.
And he goes, "No, it shouldn't be a problem, but I lost one of the tubes, from the clamp." So then he starts digging, and he goes, "Wow, your tubes are really tight." So
you're bragging.
He did the old school one, and trust me when I tell you, there was the new school way of doing it. He was still doing it the old school way, where he cuts the nuts open, grabs the tube, snips off a section of it, then ties the fucker and puts her back up again, right? So snap, my tube squirrels inside of me, and he's got to dig for it.
He's got to rummage around inside your nutsack for your vas deferens.
I got it. Then he pulls it out, ties the fucker, sews me up, sends me home.
Yeah.
I was out of commission for 4 days. I swear to God.
Was there bruising?
No, and I didn't get the swelling.
No.
I've had some guys that have had like the cantaloupe nuts. Mine didn't swell up, but I was out, man.
Did you shave before the vasectomy? Did it tell you to shave?
No.
I did a little trimming.
Oh yeah, no, you have to. Yeah.
With the weed whacker?
No, yeah, well, Locke probably needed like a fucking hedge trimmer down there.
It looks like his chin, but on his balls.
Yeah. I got a lot of hair down there, and it's aggressive, and it's thick.
Yeah.
And I did whack her down, though.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. They tell you to. Like when I got my vasectomy, same thing before the Masters. Mine was great because my buddy did it. And it's not like I don't have a buddy that tinkers in vasectomies in his garage. He's a urologist, right?
Come on by.
I said to him, "Hey, listen, I need a vasectomy."
Out at the cabin.
And he's like, "Come on over. Come on, let's have a couple of cocktails." So we were like,
Has anybody got any liquor to sterilize the knife?
Strangely enough, like he's like, "Come to the clinic tomorrow. Pop into the clinic tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, but because at the time when I'm telling him I need a vasectomy, we're on my deck at the cottage, and we're both fucking hammered, like 12 bell wasted. And he's like, "Just come to the vasectomy clinic tomorrow." And I'm like, "No problem." So I get up the next morning, shower, shave everything down to the wood. And then I make my way with this incredible hangover down to the clinic. Get to the clinic, see him. He's like, I go, "How you doing?" He's like, "Not great." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We drank a lot last night." I go, "Yeah." "How are your hands today, though?" Like, he's like, Fine. Then he goes, "Kick your pants off. I'll see you in a minute." So sure enough, we go in there, and I don't know if you had a vasectomy. What you do is you go in, take your pants off, you lay on this bed, and then they put this towel over you, and there's a hole in the middle of the towel, and they literally reach into the hole, pull out your balls and your dick, and then they set them on top of that hole, right? So it's like isolated, right? And I go to him, "What happens now?" He goes, "If you see some smoke, don't worry about it."
There's a new pope.
The soldering.
Yeah. If you see some smoke, he says, don't worry about it. So they
How many
stick
nurses
a needle.
did you have? Why did I think I had like 9 nurses?
I had 4, I think. But I think
they were
only two were supposed to be there, and the other 2 just wanted to see my dick, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I think I had
that guy's on the radio. Let's have a look at his dick.
Wow. What's with all the skin tags?
What's with all the warts, Dean? That looks like one big wart. Looks like a load of cauliflower down there. You all right? So sure enough, the needle in the base of the wiener fucking hurt like crazy, fellas. If you get a vasectomy,
they go right
down into the base of the wiener and they hammer it in there. And then all of a sudden he's like, you can feel fiddling, and then all of a sudden the fiddling stops, and they're like, "You good?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I'm laying down, and all I see, I just hear click, 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 and then I just see this billow of smoke coming from my nutsack, like a billow of smoke.
It's like he's starting a campfire.
And like your doctor, my doctor was like this. Whoa. Whoa. And so knowing how drunk I was with him the night before, I'm like, oh my God, please no. Like, please no. I said, can you give me the anesthetic where you knocked me out? He goes, we're too late for that, bud. You're pot committed. But sure enough, got the vasectomy. And then what you do is you go in and you have to do, we think we talked about this before. You have to beat off like 500 times and you got to keep taking your samples in, right? Like just keep taking them.
How many times did you have the same problem? I had to go back 3 times.
Yeah.
And they told me if
Still
you're
have
positive
swimmers.
Again, we're going to have to redo it. And I'm like, Jesus, mother of.
Yeah.
So I had 3 post vasectomy samples.
Yeah, me too.
2 of them were they still had swimmers.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to do it. So I spent the next like month and a half just like jerking off and then taking it into the clinic and going, here's another one. Here's another one. How you doing? To the point where I would go, hi, Kim. She's like, hi, Dean. I'm like, she goes, more jizz? I'm like, you got it.
A whole cup full this time.
Anyway, good news is my doctor did a terrific job. So we have that to look forward to, by the way. But that is happening all around the world. Probably
right
today.
Now.
There are more vasectomies going on right now than in any day in human history, and it happens every single year because Tiger's playing. Everybody is going to be vasectomied by the end of today.
Can you request to be under? Because this is news to me that you're not.
No, I don't think they do it. I don't think they put anybody down. It's a what is that called? A local? They just give you a local. I don't know, man.
Pump the local a little more.
I didn't know either. I thought they were going to put me out completely.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. So it was a surprise when I laid down on the table and I'm like, they're not going to knock me out here? No, you're awake for it.
Oh yeah, you're awake for the whole thing.
The company of nurses.
I don't even think you can. Here's the thing with the vasectomy. I don't even think you can like request to be.
No,
put
I don't
out.
think you can. I'm pretty sure you can't.
Yeah. Freeze only. Yeah, there you go. Mike Henry, he's at his balls chopped. He's like, freeze only, Rook.
Ah, boy.
You get nothing.
Good stuff.
And I need more people to tell me whether or not it was like a party in there. I swear to God, there was 3 or 4 nurses in there helping out the doctor. And I'm like, I've only got 2 balls. Like, why do we need so much manpower
right?
here? With they're huge, but they're not like, it's not like anyone's lifting them around the room. They're not carrying them around the room.
Sherry, grab the left one.
I think, like I said, I think just people want to, like, sometimes it's you. Wow. Right? You're a radio guy in Winnipeg. They're like, oh, we got Lockman Cross in for a vasectomy. Everybody wants to see your wiener. I keep adding
nurses, but I swear to God, there was 3 nurses and the doctor. There was 4 people standing around my nuts. There was 2 on one side and the doctor, he was on the right. Boom, boom. So there was 4 of them in there. And I'm like, 4 people. 4 fucking people.
Yeah, because they wanted to see your nuts. Dude, listen, the medical profession is full of professional people, but if you canvassed a doctor or a nurse and you're like, hey, vasectomies, and you know you got a well-known person coming in, do you want to see how they're hanging? They'll all say absolutely. Absolutely. That's why they wanted to see.
I want to know what they said about me after the fact.
Well,
probably
that's good that they, when they revealed everything, nobody said, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
These guys didn't get that. That's nice.
It's a cute little wiener.
Aww. Look at Lachlan.
Speaking of cute little wieners, guess who joins us? Please welcome Ryan Lindley from the Sheeple Shepherd podcast. Just pops in. Nice to see you, Linz.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. Good to see you. We're just talking about vasectomies.
I know, and you're not selling it very well.
You haven't got one?
No, and I had the thought, and after hearing you 2 talking about it, I'm probably just going to keep it just the way it is.
Yeah, dude. It hurts. Like, it doesn't feel great. And
you gonna get yours done, Rook, or what's your?
Yes, kids yet.
Yeah. I'll go. I'll do it up right before the Masters or the Final Four.
Guys, birth control isn't a woman's responsibility. Okay.
Yeah, it is, and it should be. Men are fucking idiots.
Come on now. What?
Wow. No. Let's have a conversation about that. You honestly
this
trust
week
men
on
with fucking
this
birth
week
control?
on misogyny, Lachlan Cross.
All right.
No, he's coming at it.
It's not about misogyny.
Place.
It's
At
about
least he's
common
taking
sense.
the heat off me.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody with a fucking right mind knows that you don't leave a man in charge of this, right?
Do you know how many men? Do you know how many men in the heat of the moment are like, "Do you have any condoms?" No, but I'll just pull out. They're lying. They're all lying. Every one of them lies. We all lie. We're full of shit. We're the biggest liars on the fucking planet. I think you're right.
It's the worst
I think
fucking
it is
idea leaving a man in charge of this. The
Lynn's
whole take a pill for a man or dip your balls in some chemical or whatever.
Antifreeze?
The testicle bath. There's a thing now where you stick your ball, you give your balls a monthly bath or a weekly bath in some chemical water.
Yeah, did you hear about this? No,
uranium.
It's not chemical water. It's like a sonar. It's like a sonar cup.
And it makes
we
him
dizzy or something.
Yeah,
we talked about it on the show a while back.
Yeah, but you got to do it like once a month or once a week or something. You got to dip your balls in these things. You think the guy's going to fucking do that? No.
It's got this sound, this sonar sound that confuses your sperm. It like goes like this. It's like, you know what it's like? You remember like when they played a bunch of like terrible music for Noriega when he was like in like, or how they do that? They like pound
Panama?
like crazy music at people to confuse the shit out of them. Like when they're going to arrest them. Yeah, Nickelback. They just hammer Nickelback at people. Are like, you're going to give up soon enough. Don't worry. That's the same thing with this whole thing with your nuts. What they do is they put your nuts in this cup and it fires these like sounds that you can't hear, and your sperm are in there going, fuck, what is this, Creed?
It's just you two. Yeah, it's you two actually.
Fuck, what is this?
Just
Gino Vanelli?
Bono.
So they turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yeah, what is this? That's the only other one I know that's effective for men. But to Lachlan's point, he's kind of right. Like you never want to leave birth control 100% up to the dude because we're fucked. Lynn's.
I never understood the. Yeah, you go, Ryan.
No, this week they actually, I heard it. They announced that they were doing some sort of trials on mice, and there's a shot that they're developing for guys that is same as birth control for women, where it if you wean yourself off, you can produce sperm again. But while you're on it, you're shooting blanks. So that could be an answer because it's not a daily pill that guys. And I agree with Locke to a certain point. We're fucking horrible. I'm on pills to like keep me alive now, and I forget them fucking 3 times a week. Like,
that's why you don't trust a man.
Exactly.
Yeah. The other thing they were working on was
like
a cream.
My chest hurts. Oh fuck! I didn't take my pills.
There's a cream apparently.
And you're pregnant.
You rub on your forearm and it did something to your sperm and made you. And that was one thing they were trying, right? And I'm like, that must be very appealing to the women. Are soothing to the women. They've done all this shit to keep themselves from getting pregnant, and a guy just has to slap a little lotion on. Yeah. All right, I'm good to go. We can screw now, honey.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she had a surgery to put an IUD in, and guys are like this. Oh, just a little cream, and I'm good. I'm like, no worries. Like, just put a little cream on my
it smells like coconuts.
I used twice as much as I should.
Yeah. So guaranteed, you won't get pregnant, and I'll have a massive erection. Good for me.
Get my elbows.
Yeah.
And then complain while you're doing it. What a pain in the ass this is. Jesus Christ.
Such a hassle. I can't believe I have to do
this. Really kills the mood.
Yeah. Honey, can you empty the dishwasher? We're out of cups.
Yeah. Women have it so easy. Man, oh man. But anyway, so if you're getting a vasectomy this weekend, good for you. Masters this weekend. We started a Masters pool. Lynn, did you fill your Masters pool out yet?
Not yet. I saw it. I was super busy today, and I saw it just before I hopped on here. So
yeah, I
will fill it out. And,
I have news about the Masters pool. So we've got a little company. Masters pool locks in. Chris is in. You're going to be in. Bonzi's in. He wants in. He's on a plane right now. He's actually watching this live on a flight and wants to come on the show, and I won't let him. Now here's the thing. The reason why I won't let him is the same reason why we've got this little Masters pool. We're all going to put a few bucks in and the winner take all, right? That's how it works, Rook. That's what we're doing. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So now here's the thing. Bonzi welched on the Chris Rock Will Smith bet. He owes Lindley 500. He owes me 200, both in crypto. Refused to pay. Was a total douche about it. So it's created a problem for me. and I wanted to put it out for you guys, right? Like, if you're in an office space,
too?
Yeah,
he owes me
He
money.
He owes you guys money. Yeah, no, I'm the 200. You're the 500, Dean. You're shortchanging yourself.
I'm five. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
you're
500.
700. What's that?
I had no idea that it was in crypto. I just solved Bonzi's problem right now. I hope he's listening. Create your own coin and send it to you guys. Bonzi coin in crypto. There you go. 500 Bonzi coin.
If you think I'm taking Bonzi coins as a method of payment, you're fucking crazy.
With Bonzi like this on the front of it.
So here's the question. What happens if he wins, lads? What happens? Because we're all good faith. We'll pay our bills. We'll all e-transfer Chris $10 and then, so, whatever. Fuck, he's in charge of it. But I don't, A, trust that he's going to pay.
Yeah.
B, if he wins, I don't think we should pay him any of the money out of the pool. I think the Masters, like if he wins the Masters pool, he's fucked because he didn't pay his original debt.
I say we put it towards the Ukraine fund that we've got the shirts going towards. If he wins,
that's a fucking
ding. Good idea.
I was gonna say hosting costs for the website, but that works too.
Oh,
or like buying us booze
or dental.
Dental.
Yeah, that too.
We can pay into our dental plan.
Network.
But am I being a dick? Because like,
are we letting everybody in on the pool?
Yeah,
like
everybody.
Anybody watching too?
I don't know. Or people asking to get in on the Masters pool? Do we want to open it up?
Why not? More money.
Well, yeah, we'll open it up. Yeah. Might as well open it up. Hey, Chris?
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, with Bonzi, I'm not too worried about him paying because my brother-in-law is running it, and my brother-in-law has some Italian roots. So if he doesn't pay up, then we'll have to send Vinny and Paulie Fingers over to Bonzi to, pay up.
Just video.
Pay him a visit.
Pay him just pay him just a little visit. Just one. Just a little
chat. But it's a fucking legitimate issue. Like, I don't want to have him involved in this thing because he's starting to show his true colors as a welcher. Like, he's that guy that has been skeeving by, right? And I don't want him skeeving into our pool because it already pissed me off. Like, the fact that he hasn't paid us on these bets that we made with him legitimately live on the show bothers me. So I don't think I'm going to let him win anything. I think that's the deal. We'll give it
to be fair to Bonzi. Do we have definitive proof that this was... That's kind of what he's still banking on.
That it wasn't fixed?
That it wasn't, that slap wasn't fake.
It wasn't fake.
We all know that.
Will Smith's wife has come out and like publicly shamed her husband because of doing it. Like, even though it was her that caused it.
Even though she made him do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my point. I don't think he's going to be allowed to win. I really don't.
That's fine. No, well, I like Ryan's idea. We'll donate it to the Ukraine fund.
Yeah, which by the way,
there's a lot of cats in the pool so far, so it'll be a nice payout for someone.
Yeah, like a couple $100.
I think we should open it up to people watching the podcast. If they want the link, just send them the link.
I'll have to just warn my brother-in-law because then he's gonna get flooded with all these
emails.
Everybody's
in. Mike Henry's in. Elaine's in. South Stands is in. Clay's in. Jen's
it's easy.
In,
it took me
Ash
2 minutes
in.
to sign up.
Yeah.
Clean your night,
dude. Put the link. Yeah, put the link in the actual. See what happens. Put it in the comment section. It'll be fun.
It'd be fun to get 100 people sign up.
Yeah, and you have to pay, right? Like up front. So it's not like people are going to be welshing before they get in.
If they don't pay, they're not in.
Right? That's it.
Super fucking simple.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how pools work. Everybody will pay.
Yeah. There's Joe. Joe Nerd Dad's in.
Oh, Joe's in too?
Yep.
Yeah, fucking right. Joe's in. Everybody's in. This is going to be a great Masters pool. And you know how much money Bonzi's going to lose if he wins? Probably thousands.
Oh, that'd be great. I hope he wins now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm rooting for him. I'll send it right to Alex.
Oh, fuck. I love you guys. You're just as big assholes as me in real life. It's the best. Speaking of assholes, we are assholes, but sometimes we do good things. And one of the things that we managed to do, and I got to give Lachlan credit, this is sort of an announcement, like making a big announcement. We announced it earlier this week on the blog. It's worth talking about here, and it was kind of born from a bunch of different needs that we had to be able to kind of have some fun and get you some shit. And so we opened up our store. It's called the Dean Blundell Store. There's a drop-down menu at deanblundell.com, and you can see a bunch of different featured items, including some mugs that say "Go fuck yourself." It's the whole "Go fuck yourself" line / good for you line. You can get baby doll tees. That's right. Shop tab at deanblundell.com. Go to the front page. It's right there, and you drop it down. And this is what you can purchase. You can get yourself a mask, and that mask tells people to go fuck themselves or good for you. Same thing with if you want to be a passive asshole at the office, you can get yourself a mug. Same thing. Go fuck yourself. Good for you. We've got a couple of shirts here you can do. But one of the things that I love, oh, by the way, you can get them in different colors as well. Like you can get the red GFY, you can get the green GFY, you can just get a t-shirt. Oh, we're going to get to that one in just a second. But the one that we're trying to sell, which I really want people to pay attention to today, is this Slava Ukraine shirt. Now, the reason why we did this, and as you can see, bottom right-hand corner, 100% of the proceeds from the shirt will go to Ukraine. When we say Ukraine, it is to the bomb shelter fund that Alex Rebekov has been kind enough to share with us, which we have access to. And that's where we've been sending people to go and donate. So what Alex has been doing is he's been collecting money kind of from all around the world and people, and generally just trying to fill up this fund to go buy blankets, cookies, tea, take them to bomb shelters in Kyiv. They're still being shelled in Kyiv. Microwaves, beds, that kind of stuff, baby food, diapers. It's a very specific need. So if you guys would do us a favor and do yourselves a favor, and more importantly, do Alex a favor, I don't care if you buy anything from our store. Although we do have some tremendous mugs, and we'll get to some of the other stuff in a second. I don't care if you buy anything from the store. What I really care about is that you support Alex, and this is a way to do it. As you can see, 100% of the proceeds from the shirt will go to Alex's fund and trying to make a difference.
Put the price at 40 so that we can raise a little bit of cash.
Yeah, they're normally not that expensive, but
normally we could sell a shirt for like 23, 24, 25 bucks, right?
Yeah.
And our sort of strategy with the Dean Blundell shop is to keep prices low, right?
Yeah.
We're not trying to make money off this stuff. We just thought it'd be a kind of a cool way to get people involved in the show, and we've sold quite a few of those. Go fuck yourself. Mugs and shirts.
Good for you. Good for you.
Well, that was the whole idea, right?
I was surprised. The page went live like a day and a half ago, and we already sold like $500 worth of merch.
Yeah. Oh, more than that. And we're also not just selling that, we're selling a bunch of other shit. Like we've got this little fucking wine and taco shirt.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah, we
ladies.
That was Ryan's idea.
It also comes in ladies as well.
Does it?
Yes,
we
does.
have a ladies one.
So do I.
Everything that is on the merch page comes in ladies.
Okay, I have to ask a question. Why? Please. What is with the wine and tacos thing?
You don't know.
Like, am I being Ryan? This is your doing, so explain it to me because
I didn't
do this up. I'm like, no one's gonna buy this, and like every woman that listens to this show, every beautiful, strong, smart, common sense oriented woman who loves listening to the show and follows our stuff is like, that's my shirt. So what the fuck is it?
You know what? I don't even know. It's something that goes on in the comments section. My wife could probably explain it a bit better than me. It's got something to do with when trolls enter the chat and the girls take care of the trolls. They always say something about wine and tacos. Ashley's watched. Ashley's in an Uber right now, and she's listening to the show. So maybe she can put it in the comments.
Yeah. I think it's just doing business. Just the ladies are having wine and eating tacos and fucking with trolls. That's how I read
that's
it.
pretty. Yeah, I think that's how it went. I'm not 100% though. I don't listen to my wife all that much.
That's a troll shirt, if I'm not understanding that correctly.
That's an anti-troll shirt.
I don't know if we'll even be. Wait, don't. Just reading it. I'm just thinking that maybe we shouldn't know. Maybe it should just be the ladies thing, and they know.
Oh,
that's
like
a good.
We're not in the club.
I don't need to know.
Yeah, I don't need to know either.
When I drink wine, I black out, so I try and stay away.
For me, it's whiskey.
We have Lockheed's tacos. He shits the bed.
When I drink wine, I black out.
Well, listen, I shit the bed once, and yes, it was on tacos, but I ate like 30 of them.
I love.
We've got a couple other things covered here too. How about the Schadenfreude season shirt? This is my favorite. I'll be placing an order with this today. This hoodie
that's going
is
to be mine.
Fucking everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I had a couple people ask me if we're going to do some branded merch with our logo on it. Is that going to be coming?
Oh yeah, that's on the arm. You can see the branded logo right on the left-hand arm, right there.
Okay, so it is on.
Most of the pieces have a Dean Blundell DBS on there, the logo.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Just not trying to overwhelm our t-shirt guy because I'm like, here's 12 ideas. he's like, whoa.
Yeah, we got to focus. Yeah, Scotty is going to. He's just newly married. Like, we don't want to kill him.
Oh, yeah, we already are. We send him stuff every day. I'm like, what about this shirt? He's like, fuck, that's 12 today. Can you fuck off for a minute?
What we'll do, because we are getting a lot of requests from people and ideas and stuff. I think maybe we'll put a poll up, and then we'll pick one of the audience submitted ones down the road when things calm down a bit.
Yeah. We've also got Fred Willard and a little nod to the old school here. What happened?
Hey, what
happened? The old what happened t-shirt or sweater. I think these are like 30, 40 bucks, like super cheap. These are hoodies. We've also got the Schadenfreude season. Like I said, I want that one.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. And we've also got a couple of shirts.
Tiger one, don't we?
Oh yeah, we've got
comeback season.
It's comeback season with a little tiger silhouette on it. That comes in like yellow. I can't say the name of where we get the yellow from because they own it all, right? Can't say it.
Pimento and cheese.
Yeah, there's a fucking ton of stuff up there. But the one that I really like, and Rookie came up with this, it's fucking beautiful. It's called the GOAT t-shirt. Now, as we know, Austin Matthews has got 54 goals on the season. He's tied Rick Vive's all-time Leaf record. Not a big deal. He's the fucking GOAT. He's the best player to ever play this fucking game in this city for this franchise. And in fact, we've also got it in a sweater. You can get it in a hoodie. It comes blue or black. And you can also get it in just a straight up black t-shirt.
Girls tees too.
Yeah, girls tees. There you go. You got the ladies tee. Everything comes with the ladies option. We never ever leave out the ladies. In fact, we try to cater to the ladies because we know ladies will tell their husbands to buy stuff. We're psycho like that. We're good when it comes to profiling people and trying to sell them shit. That's what we do. But it started a conversation because I'm watching Matthews a couple nights ago. They lost last night in overtime, 7-6. Fucking stupid game. Doesn't matter. He had a couple of assists. Mitch Marner was the guy yesterday. But he had a hat trick the game before that against Tampa Bay, and it was like this pedestrian fucking hat trick. And it dawned on me in the middle of the game. I'm like, he's the best player in the league.
No,
he's the best player in the fucking league. And I say something, Locke's like, go fuck yourself. It's because you're in Edmonton, I'm in Toronto. The two best players in the league are in Edmonton and Toronto. It's not even fucking close. And when you compare stats, which we will in a second, Lachlan, I don't even think it's close. I don't think it's close when it comes to being the art rot. It's not even close. Austin Matthews is a better all-around hockey player than Connor McDavid, which means he is a better player than Connor McDavid, and it's not even close. Rookie, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I just would quickly like to say for Lachlan, there is a McJesus t-shirt coming, so we pander to everybody.
Yeah.
So they're definitely, that is on its way. And yeah, so just don't be mad, Locke. McJesus is on its way.
It's not about being angry. It's just about working with guys that are completely delusional based on who they cheer for. And listen, this has nothing to do. If you asked me to put together a team, and you asked any Canadian to put together a team,
that guy's from Edmonton.
Yeah, stone it. Yeah, that's positive, Mike. If you ask anybody, make your first pick. Connor McDavid is getting picked first by everybody. Okay, it's not even a question. Listen, Matthews is a great player, and you probably want him on your team. But it's just not even. He's just not even in the same conversation. It's not even.
Not
close.
even in the same conversation. Really, not even the same conversation. Like Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. I know he's ridiculous.
Watching him. You guys aren't watching him every night.
I watch him every chance I get to watch it out of market. Oiler game. Linz, you wanted to say something?
I was just going to say they are, Locke. You got to give it at least the same. It's the same caliber player. I agree with you. I do think McDavid is a better player overall, but. Matthews, you can't deny the kid's on fire. Like
the kid's on fire, and he can pop goals. Absolutely, and he is a great. He is
54 of them.
He is a
47 in the last 47 games.
He's a
47 in the last 47 games since November the 24th. He has 47 goals. 40 fucking 7 goals since November 24th. The next closest I think it's Kirill Kaprizov and Philip Forsberg, 34. He's got 13 more goals than everybody else in that time, and it's not even fucking close.
That's crazy.
He's got 71 goals in his last 82 games, dude.
There it is.
Like, he is fucking unbelievable. And you can point to the points total, which everybody does, right? Take a look at Austin Matthews. He's got 54 goals, first in the league, 94 points, fourth in the league. He's second in the league in shots on goal with 302 takeaways, and this is where you have to pay attention, because this is where the defensive part of the game comes into play. Takeaways, 78 takeaways, second in the league. Ice time, keep this in mind too. 20 minutes, 27 seconds. Face-off win, 17 in the league, 611. Let's just compare, and this is just a snapshot that you can just grab and fucking get, just to give credence to the point. Goals, McDavid, 41, fifth in the league. He's first with points, 106, but he plays with Draisaitl, who's got 53 goals. Shots on goal, 282, fifth in the league. He trails Austin Matthews. Where it comes to defense, and you can say this all day long, takeaways are a pretty good indicator of what this guy's all about. He's okay defensively, but he is nowhere near the player Austin Matthews is defensively when he stick checks guys.
What's his plus? He's a liability.
He's a liability on the ice defensively.
You know what?
All the fucking time.
I think that's,
and he plays almost a minute more per game. And
I think if you take a look at McDavid and compare his stats over the last couple of years, you're going to notice something a little bit different, and it's his defensive sort of posture on the ice. I think McDavid can score, and Austin Matthews can score. It's, to me, you can't have a conversation about Connor and Austin about their improvement in the defensive side, on the defensive side of the puck. And I think if you're looking at, I don't watch the Leafs as much as I watch the Oilers,
right,
but I will say this. I think, unfortunately, we're dealing with two teams that have just as many defensive breakdown nights as, comparatively speaking, they both do it.
Yeah,
they both shit the bed at least once a week.
Both don't have goaltending. Yeah, dude,
they both have problems in.
But I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm not expecting this team to win a Stanley Cup.
Connor's turned his defensive game around significantly this year.
Not enough. He is not the defensive player that Austin Matthews is. He never was, never will be. He's better, but he is not the player.
Agree with you,
dude. It shows up in the stats. It shows up everywhere.
Stop fucking. Hey, Locke, did you say that you don't watch Maple Leafs games?
I do, but I don't watch. I watch Oilers way more than I watch.
If you do want to go see a Leafs game, head down to the front of where Edmonton plays. When hometown hockey's there, they'll be doing pregame of a Leafs game in Edmonton.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you can just catch it there. And then one more thing, I'm just excited for Austin Matthews to catch Gretzky's 92 goals. That's what I'm super excited for this year.
Yeah, that won't happen. That won't happen. Dude's on pace for 67 goals. He scored
up Locke here.
His 54 are the most goals scored by any player in the NHL in the last 10 years.
Here's how we end the conversation. If you ask anybody that coaches a team in the NHL who the hardest player to play against is, you're not going to get Austin Matthews. It's just not going to happen. You're going to get Connor. When you're preparing to play, when you're preparing to play the Edmonton Oilers, you are preparing to play Connor McDavid. Their entire strategy when they're flying into town, having a conversation on the plane, is about how do we stop Connor McDavid from getting the puck? How do we keep the puck out of Connor McDavid's hands? And I think the thing that's helped Connor in the last couple of years is Draisaitl, right? He is a guy you have to pay attention to as well. He could be a number one player on any fucking team in the NHL right now.
He is.
He is. He's definitely. He's just as potent. The reason why Draisaitl's numbers are so good is because there's so much concentration on Connor, because he doesn't just score goals. He fucking embarrasses teams.
Right.
and Matthews, I don't think gets the same kind of respect from that preparation for a game that Connor does. That's
Seriously?
the difference. Yeah, I don't think a team is coming into
too many Busch Lights
Gardens and going, we got to plan our whole strategy around.
Are you drunk,
Austin?
Are you wasted?
You gotta prepare for McDavid.
Yeah. You don't watch
You
enough
got
Leafs
him.
games.
On the
Every
plane,
single
on the
time
bus.
Austin Matthews is on the ice, he is not just noticeable, he's the best player on the ice. And I know the same thing could be said for Connor McDavid. You really think that they're preparing for Connor McDavid far more seriously than they're preparing for a guy like Austin Matthews, who leads the league in goals. Dude has been a fucking wagon since he's been in the league. He's only played 82 games once, and he's scored more goals than anybody over that time frame, including Ovechkin.
In the league would
and they're not prepping for him.
I think every coach in the league would say the guy that they worry about the most would be Connor McDavid.
That is the dumbest thing you've ever said.
You know what, Connor McDavid, every time I watch an Oilers game, which isn't often because they're too late, is he skates through three people and then loses the puck. And then he skates through three people and then he loses the puck. Then he skates through three people and then he gets to the fourth and then loses the puck.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wow, he's fast.
Skated through a few guys yesterday for that overtime where that looked pretty slick. Dude, I'm not taking it away from him. He's fucking, I know.
Look how quick he is.
I know he's a point-scoring machine. He is the best offensive player in the league. No questions asked. I completely agree with you. He's got 106 points, you cocks. But he's not the best player in the league. You got to fucking look at every aspect of the game. And you're sitting here going,
Listen, I honestly think that when you guys are looking at medical support for the Dean Blundell Podcast Network, the first thing you guys need to look at is a drug plan.
Yeah,
honestly, put that at the top of the list. Dental second, medical
this is the poll you put out.
Subscriptions.
First of all, this is the poll you put out yesterday because we in Edmonton, 2 Edmontonians.
Okay, who's the best player in the league? Kenny did so well in our Tournament of Champions because Locke retweeted every Kenny thing.
Yeah.
No way that guy was making
hold on.
The final four.
Let me ask you, Cox, a question. Yes. When did you see this post?
When you
when did you guys see this?
Yesterday afternoon. Last night, early in the evening. You put it out.
Yeah,
I retweeted it.
As soon as I posted
fans, let's go.
As soon as I posted it, I said, you guys need to retweet this. And the reason why I did that, because I knew you dicks would go, yeah, but you did it in Edmonton. No, I gave you guys the opportunity to. I love that Milan beat Nathan McKinnon.
I know.
Sure. Let me just retweet it to my 76 followers and make a real big impact.
Well, no, you guys all had the opportunity to retweet, and you guys did. I got more retweets from that poll based on followers from Ontario, based on this podcast, than I did in Edmonton.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, you guys have no fucking case to be made for.
Well, those people are. I would say 51% of people who voted in this in your poll are fucking idiots too. That's what I would say. Probably.
Actually, it went down a little bit. I sent you the updated one. It was actually 50. The final result was 50.4 for McDavid and 34.2 for Matthews. So.
Oh fuck! Sorry, dude.
What did Milan Lucic end up with? That's what I.
Yeah, where was Lucic in that whole thing?
He was 11.8 at the end.
Oh, was he? So it kind of averaged out.
You know what I love about sports, though? Like, I mean, I love the fact that we can have a conversation like this for 30 minutes and everyone's okay. But I also do. I do have a certain respect for the guy. There was a guy today that threatened to come down to the station to beat me up based on me saying that Connor McDavid was the best player and me responding to his text going, are you okay with being wrong all the time? And he wanted to come down and fight me.
Yeah, of course he did, because of how you did it, dude. Like,
up on our drug plan.
Yeah, get on our dental plan before you get in a fight.
I don't know if that's gonna help from a beating I'm gonna get from a listener.
Just for the court of public opinion, I'm not a Leafs apologist. Before I hopped on this fine program, the last blog I wrote, that I think is the last blog on the website right now, is guarantees in life: death, taxes, and the Leafs blowing a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, Leafs blow leads all the time.
Oh, the Oilers do it too, man.
Well, and dude, I'm an Oilers fan.
How many times I've seen a 4-1 lead going into the third, and then I tune in the next morning, and it was an overtime win for the Oilers, or an overtime or shootout loss for the Oilers. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm not an apologist.
They're hard teams to watch.
I know you're not. I know you're not an apologist. I'm not either. I don't even like. I think it's, dude. You know what I am when it comes to being a Leaf fan? I think
you're a
Linz,
shit disturber.
Totally, Linz, you might be like me a little bit too, where it's like they haven't won since like 1806.
Yeah,
right. And every year they get bounced in the first. usually by Boston, and every year it gets funnier and funnier and funnier to me. So, like, it's the only thing better to me than the Leafs finally winning a Stanley Cup is if they lose yet again in the first round. And I look forward to it.
That's you sum up Leaf fans. We had this conversation this morning when we were talking about the Twitter poll. And that's the thing. That's why I'm okay with Leaf fans. Leaf fans can be delusional, and they start planning the parade as soon as they got any ounce of hope.
Yeah.
Right. But they also have a little bit of humility and a sense of humor, and they can actually they can have some fun with it. To me, that's the difference between the over the top Leaf fans, and we all have them.
That's not the majority, though. That's not the majority of them, though.
No.
Tell me more, Linz. Tell me more.
No, I don't. Not in my life anyway. And maybe our experiences are different when it comes to them, but every single one of them, the old excuse book comes out every year. And it's the same thing every year, and they keep
but they don't go home and kick their dog.
No. But I mean,
when they lose, they won't have sex with their wife for a month, right? Like you know what I mean? Like that's the difference, in my opinion, between Leaf fans and Habs fans. You cannot talk to a Habs fan and have fun with a Habs fan. They get angry.
Yeah.
Whereas
no, you're right.
Leaf fans, you can at least poke. You can poke fun at them a little bit.
Yeah, it's that French passion that comes through
Saint
on
Hubert.
their side. Yeah, but at least they have more recent cups to put in their argument.
Boy. That is true. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Every time somebody comments about the Leafs, I always put that picture of the parade, the black and white picture of the parade.
That's so good. I wonder. I want to do and this is just my fucking neurotic brain. I want to actually look at since '67. I want to look at the merch and ticket price inflation without any results that has gone on since they haven't won a cup.
Because, since 1952?
Sure. Yeah. You know what? I would go back that far.
You know what though? That's a problem in the league as a whole.
It's just Edmonton and Toronto.
Toronto's the worst. Toronto is the most expensive.
Dude, you can get a hot dog and a glass side seat in Buffalo for $25.99.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like you can't get a beer. I think the beers are $14 for a 12-ounce beer here in Edmonton. I
can't even remember what the ACC is now.
You know what though?
Or whatever it's called now.
I gotta say this:
Scotiabank Center.
Scotiabank Center. Thank you.
Crypto Arena.
The cryptoplex.
We had a note from friends of ours in town that were on a road trip in California, and they just happened to be in Anaheim when there was an Oilers game. So they were like, "Let's go buy tickets." So they got tickets, and they went to the game and watched the Ducks Oilers. It was last week. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It might have been the other day. Ah, fuck, who cares?
It's 5 years ago.
They texted back because they've heard us bitching about the price of beer on the show, and they texted us during the show and goes, "By the way, it's $19 American for a glass of beer in Anaheim at a Ducks game." I don't know what they paid for the tickets, but
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
here's the deal
about the price of beer here in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Should you just do some research
it's not
there,
just,
Dean?
Oh, yeah, I got some research. 1962. You guys ready for this? 1962. The year he was discovered. My 5th emission cab.
Please.
I worked it in.
I worked it in
to look like that.
To look like that.
I worked it in to look like that.
Please don't.
1962, $29.99 for a ticket on the rails.
How much was a beer? How much was a beer?
A beer was $1.25. A hot dog was $1. Wow.
How much is that seat now?
Well,
that very seat at Scotiabank Center, that was at Maple Leaf Gardens, by the way. That very seat at Scotiabank Center, right now.
Let me guess.
Well, you can't buy them.
All go.
You can't buy them because they're season tickets, right? However, if you were to purchase them, one game and one game only, $1,300.
Jesus
per
Christ.
ticket. $29.99. Fast forward, since they haven't won the cup at all, ever, $1,300.
This is
seat.
This is the problem.
This is what I'm saying. Well, this is what I'm saying. What other company does anybody continue to pour money into that delivers nothing every single year it comes out? Well, imagine if it was a car maker that just made pieces of shit every year since the 60s.
Breaks down every year.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And I've said this before. The reason why we pay what we pay is because
small beer, Scotiabank Center, $17.
We
large beer, 24.
Doling out the cash, right? Like it's the fans' fault.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
I was so mad at the deal that Kate's made to get Rogers Place, and they handed him. They fucking just gave him it's ridiculous. It really is. If you were around 6, 7, 8 years ago, whenever it was that they put the hole in the ground and built that thing, if you have any of the details and you know any of the backstory on that, if you're not angry about that, then you're not a true Edmontonian, in my opinion. And it was that when I was here for that. I swore I would never go to a hockey game, and I haven't. I have not been to a game since Rexall Place.
I have legit hatred for the Leafs, and it has nothing to do with their playing. It has nothing to do with the team. It's the fact that when Balsillie tried to put a team in my hometown and the Leafs stopped it, fuck you guys.
Yeah, we could have they have that radius rule that you can't be a certain radius away from the Leafs. But even with like you and I were actually,
Sorry, I was just going to say Balsillie was going to dump $100 million into our arena. We were going to. He was totally putting the money up. It was going to be no public money, nothing, and because it was
they fucking put a team in Arizona.
So let's think about this though, Ryan. That team probably would have been the Vegas Golden Knights, who would have gone further in the playoffs than the team down the road.
Yeah,
and that's not good for business. And everybody would have just funneled to Hamilton to watch the games, but
it had nothing to do with money. Yeah, it had nothing to do with money. Them telling every single person that's tried to put a second franchise in and around this city, because it can bear it financially, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, for sure.
The reason why they did, but dude, the reason why they decided not to allow any team ever to play anywhere near them on a permanent basis, the Leafs, true story. Because I was asked, yeah, exactly. The reason why is they're like, what if they're better than us? That is legitimately the embarrassment of the last 60 years. They're like, we can't do that because if they win, we're fucked.
And right? within 5 years, that it would siphon off that fan base into ours, and it would close down Maple Leaf Sports.
No, there's no way.
There's
no way they're worried about that. They would
some of the discerning fans, though. No, dude, like some of the discerning fans would go, like, if it was me and someone was like, you want to go to a Leaf game or you want to go to the Hamilton game, where it's like Buffalo, right? You go to Buffalo, you eat $40, you're eating and drinking and watching a game from 2 rows up from the boards, right? Like, that's a better experience for everybody else. But the Leafs, I mean, fuck. They don't give two shits. Do you want to know how rich the Leafs are? This is a fucking great story. So if you love the Toronto Maple Leafs and you think that they're just a franchise that houses your best team, think again, Batman. If you want to do business with them as a partner, so like let's say Dean Blundell show is like, we want to buy rink board advertising.
Yeah,
we want to do that. Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment has a rule that you cannot do that unless you become a partner first. Now, what does it take to become a partner?
Oh my God.
Just a cool $400,000 up front here.
And that's before anything else.
Yes.
And your first
pay for the advertising.
It's bullshit. I disagree with you though, Linz, on the Hamilton rink would be full to the rafters.
Packed.
The Leafs rink full to the rafters. I think it would have been great for the league. I think it would have been fantastic to have a team in Hamilton. The only other franchise we need to drop in Canada is Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Okay.
What?
Just being a dick.
I want to hear. No, I want to hear.
Moose Jaw Warriors. He doesn't like
just
Moose Jaw
being
Warriors.
a dick.
WHL franchise.
Moose Jaw.
Yeah. He's just being a dick. What were you saying, Linz?
I'd cheer for them. I'd cheer for Moose Jaw.
Yeah, you cannot. Moose Jaw's a fucking.
It's ridiculous that we keep putting teams down in the States where we're literally.
Have you seen the Arizona Coyotes new rink?
My high school gym.
It's wild. I gotta get a picture of it.
There's like 5,000 seats in it.
Well,
dude, I gotta get a picture.
You know the way that Hamiltonians are. It would be a fucking rip at that game.
Know it.
It would be Buffalo Light. Like Buffalo Bills, sorry, not Sabres.
You come to a Bulldog. You go to a Bulldogs game here, which is, like it's Bulldogs, and it's a fucking party. It's a riot. It's amazing. Yeah. I love going to Bulldogs games. It costs you.
Oh, me too.
If you have to pay, it costs you $20.
You know what would be a cool trip? Would be to do like a Dean Blundell podcast network trip, sell tickets to Arizona, and go see a game down in Arizona at this fucking barn. You'd probably get tickets for $6 each
at the supermarket.
I would love to go to that
supermarket.
They give them out with the COVID tests.
I'm waiting for the picture to load. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This is an NHL rink.
I love this.
This is I shit you not. This is a legitimate NHL franchise's home arena this year, and you're telling me that Hamilton can't have a franchise? Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this.
Is that the Hershey Center?
Oh my god! Awesome. It looks like the Mountain Arena here, like where the Filthy Bees played.
It moonlights as roller derby when the Coyotes aren't there.
Please tell me it is. Please tell me that's a roller derby rink.
No, you know what it is? It's a high school hockey rink that's going to be used for NHL games, dude.
And the reason why they're going there is because they can't pay their bills. They can't pay their bills.
It's because they owe the city of Glendale something like $12 million in back rent, and they're not paying it. So they're like,
12 or 15 million.
Let's just go play in this high school rink. That is an NHL team, and the fucking crazy part is Gary Bettman's like, that sounds good.
It's like business. It's good
fucking unbelievable.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care where.
Yeah, no Hamilton because the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
No.
I think there's got to be something to do with the American franchises. It has to have. It's got to tie into the TV money.
Nope.
No, like they tried to say it was too close to between Buffalo and Toronto, which was bullshit. And so then they said, "Fine." Ball Silly said, "Okay, I'll concede. Right? Let's go to London. Let's go or London. We'll go to London." And no, still too close to Toronto. It's an hour and a half away. So,
brutal. They're dicks. Yeah. But fuck, are they rich, dude? That's unbelievable how wealthy
money talks.
Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment is. Anyway,
I wonder who has more money, the Leafs organization or Kate's with the Oilers. Man,
the Leafs.
I've heard through the grapevine that those 50-50, the charity doesn't get 50%.
He is the charity.
The charity gets 50% of the 50-50?
They don't. He peels off some for the
you need to check yourself, because what you just did is opened us up to a lawsuit by Daryl Cates.
I've heard through the grapevine. I have no proof of that whatsoever, but it would not surprise me.
Not the first time we've been sued by an owner. Won't be the last.
Well, and
the comments and views expressed by Lachlan Cloros do not reflect the Dean Blundell.
Sue me. I'm going to be working till I'm 90 just to pay off my fucking kids.
Well, dude, speaking of owners, like Eugene Melnyk died last week. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Sad story. Obviously, he died. He's got 2 daughters, and they're like, and this is the NHL. They're like, this dude's talking. He's like, so who's going to take over the team? He's like, probably the daughters. One's still in university, and she just has been interning for the past summer. And the other one's like, ready. I don't fucking want to do it. Are you crazy? I just want to live my socialite life and get wasted and stuff. Like, you're nuts. But they're like, they have no people to go to those games. Pierre Dorian's like, I think the girls are going to take over. And the girls are like, no, we're not. Like, we're not. The NHL has some derelict fucking franchises. And to that point, Eugene Melnyk sued me a couple of years ago for making fun of
what
him.
was that all about, by the way? Sorry,
I remember you.
Yeah, dude. So Eugene Melnyk just was a dick owner, and there was a story about how he fired the official charity. You remember the Ottawa Senators official charity basically quit. They're like, fuck, we're not working with you anymore, because there was this big problem with where money was going. And at the time, he was being sued by 35 different people for not paying certain things like fuel for his jet, rent here, this, that, the other. And so we were talking about it, and out of nowhere, my phone rings one day, and it's like, Mr. Blundell, you're in front of your house. I'm like, yeah, who is this? Oh, it's so-and-so process server. I'm like, okay, go outside. Guy hands me a thing. He's like, yeah, you're Dean Blundell. Yeah, sign this thing, get it. And it's like this book-long thing where it's like, Eugene Melnyk is going to sue your fucking teeth in if you don't apologize for talking poorly about him. And I'm like, no problem.
Wow.
I'll apologize. So I wrote this apology piece because it was just me commenting on a different story, which is what blogs do, right? You just do these blogs. So he dies last week, and I tweet this thing saying RIP, obviously very sad, and I added a little comment at the end, and the comment was he leaves behind a legacy in the NHL and probably a ton of creditors.
Did you repost the blog?
Why are rich dicks?
I got sewered after
You
that.
did.
Did you?
Bad.
I couldn't fucking believe. Like, I just assumed everybody would be like, "Yeah, we all hated the guy too," and it was like, "No, how dare you?" I mean,
man,
I'm like,
died.
"Oh, yeah, it was the day he died. I probably shouldn't be doing that."
That's what I saw.
That's what I saw too. Is the man
you don't need to look much further than Michael Jackson. The guy was a pedophile, and everyone
Jackson
celebrated his life when he passed away.
And here's the thing:
Melnick was a pedophile. Is that what you're saying?
No. He just left behind a bunch of debt
and another lawsuit.
No, not allegedly. But I don't like. I look at death like it's sweet relief, and I think it's just part of life. Like I don't have the same hang up like everybody else does. But I was shocked. I'm like, what? You can't make fun of dead people now? And then someone's like, not the day they die. It's probably a bad idea. I'm like,
trying to give it like 5 days.
You know
so
what?
Here's the question: when can you make fun of a dead person?
That's a good question.
When can you?
Maybe
in the ground
until the next day.
Well, they're not around.
If they're a real dick. I think it depends on how much of a dick they are.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
once the rigor mortis lets out, it's fine.
If a normal person dies and you feel like you have a joke in you, I'd say give it a week, right? But if it's a dick, give it a day.
I have a problem with that filter too, though, especially if it's a joke, like not a mean spirited.
Once they're cold.
That happens pretty quick, though. Just so you know, it's
like 6
I don't know
hours,
if you touched
right?
a dead
Right
person,
away.
but it's like pretty. And so Dean was in that window, so
you were still in the warm window.
Is it the 6-hour warm window? That's like the. I think that's a great fucking lesson for me right here today. Is that
it's been a learning experience all week here.
Seriously, because like I look at death like it's an extension of life. Like I think Eugene Melnick's probably having a great time right now, and everybody else is like, whoa, how dare you make fun of the fact that he owed everybody a whole bunch of money and didn't pay some of his bills. I'm like, well, that was part of his life, right? Death is just part of your life, and so when I die, I hope people fucking sewer me. Like I really do. I hope if I died today of a massive myocardial infarction, I hope you guys do a show tomorrow that makes me look like a complete lunatic, because that's funny to me.
Dean,
when he dies,
just jotting down some reminder.
I already know the blog title.
What is it?
Blundell passes away tragically. Request to be buried face down so everybody can kiss his ass.
Yes.
Request to be buried on Twitter by the haters.
The funny thing is, you know what? What's interesting about these types of conversations for me is I think everybody has a couple of different opinions of them out there, right? Yeah. Like you probably wouldn't have to try too hard to find a group of people that fucking hate me. And I'm a great guy.
Just ask me.
People that aren't great guys always tell everybody else they're great guys.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm a really good guy. I have a big heart. I mean well, but I bet you could there's probably someone in the comments section right now.
I can't picture you being that big of a dick to anybody, Lachlan, to tell you the truth. I'd like to meet somebody that has a real beef with you, like not just like you're either annoyed by you, they don't like.
I could send you a number.
I'd like to see, I'd like them to give me the reason, because I think it'd be shocking. I think it would be kind of shocking. Like, it would be something we would never think of.
I have this inability to hold my tongue when I think that I need to set somebody straight.
Guilty.
Right. So I've done that. And sometimes
Linz, we saw that yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't have happened, right? Yeah. Like I've stepped out of bounds in some of my relationships by thinking that I needed to be the person to put that person in his place.
Yeah.
Or and it's harkens back to my ego when I was 20, in my 20s and 30s, when I thought I was put on this planet to tell everybody the truth. And then the hardest lesson I had to learn was that not everyone gives a flying fuck about my version of the truth. And that was and I'm still learning that lesson, because every once in a while I'll go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell that guy what I think he needs to hear. And then I go tell him, and it's exactly what he doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
And then there's this like complete hatred for me after that. And it's very difficult to recover from that.
You know what I have for you? I got a shirt.
Is this another one of those?
Go fuck yourself.
I was hoping this wasn't another one of those conversations. If you shit in a cup, is the cup half full or not half full?
Or did you just shit in a cup because you're an asshole? No, I got a shirt for you. It's called Go Fuck Yourself. Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is it or good for you? Like you don't have to engage with people. That's why I made the shirt. That's why we made the shirt. So that those people in your life just tell them.
Oh, there's a few names to pop.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah. What, in the comments?
Yeah.
Paul Brown, the guy who used to own the Browns.
No. Paul was a announcer on The Bear. And he was a morning show host, and Paul did not get me. And I, on more than a couple of times, told Paul what I thought
how it worked,
and it didn't necessarily go over well.
So here's the thing. Here's a great example of this, right? Is other people like to shove their opinion down your throat, which is why we made these shirts, because you can all go fuck yourselves, all of you. Whether or not you feel like what you have to say is relevant, we don't give a fuck. Today,
you're a real salesman.
Yeah, there you go. Today, I go to, and this is a true story, go to the grocery store. Lady in the store isn't wearing a mask. I don't give a shit. And this is a cashier. Then another lady says something to the cashier. The cashier then says, I have something to tell you. That masks are no longer needed or necessary, and I'm following all the guidelines and rules. She says to the lady. The other lady says, you're a loser. She calls the cashier a loser. And she's got her mask on, the one that called the cashier loser, and she's so mad it is now down below her nose. And I'm watching all this stuff, and all I could think of is, I just wish they would all go fuck themselves.
If they were both wearing that shirt, it would have solved all their problems.
Then I'm watching Marjorie Taylor Greene over the weekend.
Oh, fuck.
This disgusting pig.
Oh,
and she's continuing to shove her QAnon opinion down people's throat. It's not even the crazy that bothers me. It's how she delivers the crazy and tells everybody else they're fucking crazy to shove her opinion down everybody else's throat.
Moral, disgusting, evil left is attacking our children. They are child predators. And I'm not kidding you. Look at what is happening in Disney right now. Disney wants to completely take your children and they want to indoctrinate them into sexual, immoral filth.
Disney wants to make your kids perverts.
Yeah.
She's telling people that that's the case. She wasn't done there. You want to hear what she said about women being the weaker sex?
I put a tweet out yesterday that caught fire because of this one. Yeah, this is good.
Who is she? Marjorie Taylor Greene, congressman down in the United States, full on QAnon biatch. That chick.
Oh, her.
CrossFit. Yeah, she pops that.
Buddies.
Oh yeah, she pops that pee all the time too. She's like, she bangs everybody. She's like just a human cum sock, is what she is. Anyway, here's her talking about women. Oh yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
So is Bobert too. She's never met a wiener she hasn't wanted to huff. Anyway, here's
her husband hasn't met a teenage girl he didn't like either.
Oh yeah, Lauren Boebert's husband. He shows teenage girls his dick all the time. Anyway, this is and they're like, no, pedophiles. Everybody, Disney pedophile. Everybody else doesn't agree with this pedophile. But I want you to listen to her. Shove this opinion down her throat. Keep in mind, we live in an age where it has never been more important to me to have equality of opportunity for women in this space. I love the fact that we have strong women involved in this project. I think women are much smarter, much better than
politics now.
We need it.
I think that's a good thing.
But I want you to listen to this Jesus freak talk about what she thinks about her own sex. This is
what is a woman? Because she said she's not a biologist. I'm going to tell you right now, what is a woman? This is an easy answer. We are a creation of God. We came from Adam's rib. God created us with his hands. We may be the weaker sex, we are the weaker sex, but we are our partner, our husband's wife. We are mothers.
It's the Handmaid's Tale. coming to life is what we're watching.
Yes. She can, you know what she can do? You know what Marjorie Taylor can do? You know what I'm going to send her? This shirt. Go fuck yourself. Like I said, it's not even the crazy. It's the fact that she thinks this is right and everybody else has to hear it. Those are the worst people in the fucking world. Like it's the fucking world. Right?
It's that delivery of that fucking, that arrogant smugness of ignorance that's just, I am so right of what I'm saying right now.
And anger.
And you're a
she
piece
takes
of
it personally because she's so fucking stupid too. That's the fucking crazy part of that broad. Which really is. I mean, she's just a fucking. But that's who you're talking about. All those people are the exact same people too. Like every single one of them. Doesn't matter who you are. It's not a woman thing. It's this idea that what someone thinks is right has to be right for everybody else around them, and then they feed it to you. And they try to tell you that you're this person or that person, or they try to tell you how reality should work and how you should react to things and what you should be doing and how you should be acting. And I'm here to tell you, every single time someone says that, you know what you should do? Here's what's really happening. They're lying. They're so stupid, it's fucking unbelievable. It's a miracle that they're here. If their parents had metal coat hangers instead of plastic ones, they wouldn't be here. That's how useless those people are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were worried about us getting sued by the Oilers.
Yeah, she's an absolute pig. She's her
there it is.
Dr. Gym coach, like her, and this is an open thing too.
Listen,
I
am not going to judge.
Yeah,
Marjorie Taylor Greene is a pig
sleeping with the gym coach.
She is a pig, and she does sleep around. But that's almost endearing. Like that's the part of her. I'm like,
that's
all
what
right.
I was gonna say. Well, whatever. Like
it's that evangelical family value.
If you
shit
can, if you can, and you feel okay about it, you go do what you do. Like, it's the QAnon stuff that I like. I'm just amazed at how it sucks people in. Like,
I don't even know who she is.
You know who she is?
Like, I'm in the same boat as Rook. I mean, I've heard about this person. And she's ended. I've seen her in the news, but I haven't had time to spend time to, she's the one that they're all trying to get out to make her vote not count, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Was that a trying to censure her? She's like the Randy Hillier of the U.S. Congress.
In Congress.
Ooh, that's a good one. She's the Randy Hillier of U.S. Congress. They have a few Randy Hilliers down there too. By the way,
yeah, they got more than one. Yeah.
Anyway, just thought I'd play that for everybody. Kind of tied into what we were talking about. People that like to tell you how it works. Anybody that tells you how life should work for you, if I could stay away from them. They're just toxic assholes. You don't need that in your life. You're welcome.
Speaking of Randy,
did
you guys catch James' show yesterday?
Yeah.
Blackballed podcast?
Yeah. James is on the show with us tomorrow.
I walked away with a really good feeling about Randy going to prison with that lawyer. It's going to be a good one.
It was Randy's lawyer, though.
Yeah, David Amber. Yeah. Who shit posted us last night, too, by the way. But this David Amber dude is the lawyer representing Randy Hillier, and James was on with him yesterday, and James took him to fucking town at the end of the interview. He was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And basically,
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't get the whole dose. The one I watched like 5 or 10 minutes.
I politely bowed out. I was offered a co-host seat in that one, and I knew that you think I was bad on your show yesterday. I wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes in that.
You're jacked up, eh?
I was jacked up yesterday. I had a nap though, and I felt good. I was good by like 9 o'clock. It was okay.
No, so James talks to this guy, and he's like, in the interview, he's like, the pandemic would have been way worse if it weren't for Randy Hillier.
More people would have died if it wasn't for people like Randy Hillier. It was his actual argument.
And I'm talking to James today about it, and I'm like, who is this fucking crackerjack? Like, where did you find this guy? He's like, he's the only lawyer who would represent Randy, and the reason why he's representing Randy is because he also ran for the PPC. So he's a full-on crackerjack, too, right? Crackerjacks got to stick together, but we'll have James on tomorrow to talk about it. The interview is fucking
awesome. Great.
They're suing the Alberta government for the mandates in Alberta, which is just fucking like there's a group. Bunch of churches and stuff got together and they're suing. So we had that on the news the other day, and I just said to Grant, I said, I can't comment. We'll all get fired. Like you can do the story, but I'm just gonna play
born again
yoga
Christian
music.
groups. Born again Christian groups are like
Terry.
Terry and fucking
it's a bunch
Carl.
It's a bunch of it's an organization, I think, but it's a number of churches being represented, and they're suing the provincial government over the mandates.
Well, they can go fuck themselves too. I got a shirt for them. Sell it in fucking church. Hey, church people, guess what? Go fuck yourself. Seriously, go fuck yourself. That's why we have Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's why she fucking went off today because of Jesus Christ. That's why she goes off. That's the fucking thing, right? Is that back. It all goes and ties back into the whole fuck, I love Jesus. You love Jesus, dude. Guy was married to a hooker. I don't know why you love him so much.
We're really digging deep today, eh? Like,
yeah.
For a guy, and I don't think there was a whole lot of travel. Like Europeans weren't traveling into Jerusalem a lot back then. So the fact that they've professed their love for a brown guy so much is heartwarming. Actually, if they would just carry that on into today's world, not make him look like he's some.
Yeah, do they know they're worshiping a Persian man?
Yeah.
Like if everybody in Alberta knew they were worshiping a Persian individual, they wouldn't worship it anymore. That's what we should do. We should just start having. Can we make a shirt for that?
Jesus, no.
Jesus was Persian.
Jesus was a Persian man.
Put a Persian cat and Jesus and say, what do these two have in common? It's called nationality.
Maybe too wordy for a shirt, but we'll figure it out. We'll get the creative department on it.
How about this one? How about this one? A shirt that just says Jesus married a hooker. Yes or no? Is that a yes or no?
I vote.
Is that great merch? You vote yes?
Oh yeah. If this is a democracy,
that's a great one.
I can wear it to Jesus
Easter. What's that?
Easter,
or a picture of Jesus doing a shocker.
Jesus. We need sexy Jesus, and just put Jesus had syphilis or something on it.
Hepatitis.
Traditionally,
if you sleep with a prostitute, that's the number one thing that you get. That and chlamydia. But I don't even know if chlamydia was around back when Jesus
bathed in the blood of hepatitis.
Yes, exactly. Locke, is there a reason why you're not saying much?
Well, I don't know enough about religion to get to throw my hat in the ring, but I'm aware of how offensive you're being.
I'm glad you're aware.
It's okay. Centuries of genocide and all that stuff. They can handle it. They can take some of our ribbing for 5 minutes.
That's right. Yeah. Melissa's in, dude. Melissa's in. She's my barometric pressure gauge. Anything she says, I do. Just put brown Jesus on there. She's like, I'm like, yes. And then Rihanna, she wants a fucking shirt too. She's like, yes, I want one of those shirts. Absolutely.
We'll do a Catholic line.
Yeah. Well, the whole
Space
line
Jesus,
for
sexy
religious
Jesus,
people.
brown Jesus, Mick Jesus.
Can we do this?
Space
Can we
Jesus?
focus on the good that we're doing right now before we sewer religion as a whole?
Sky Daddy.
And sell the Ukraine shirt so we can make some money for Alex.
That's a good way to end it. Yeah.
There's been a couple purchases already while we've been on the show.
Have there really?
Oh, good for you guys. Thank you so much.
There's been some purchases.
Yeah, and again, we're going to take all that money and get it to Alex. I'm also working at work with the salesperson Jackie, and maybe involving some clients of the locker room. That shirt's also on the locker room page as well, and so we're all selling it, and we're going to try to raise some money. But
awesome.
Yeah.
So if you can go here, Dean Blundell store, just go to deanblundell.com. You see a drop-down tab, just says store. It's the first thing you'll see on the store is it says in the description, 100% of the proceeds from the shirt will go to Ukraine. That's why we priced it a little different, $40 for the shirt, Slava Ukraine.
We couldn't get a girl's shirt either. They didn't have a yellow one like that.
Oh, they didn't?
Really?
That's okay.
No, they didn't. I talked to Scotty and I said, was there a girl's option? And he said no. I don't know. Should we try it? Like it? I liked the blue and the yellow because of the flag.
Yeah.
Right. Like maybe there's a blue and then we could do the yellow. I don't know. I'm not a designer. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. The whole idea is whether or not you're going to wear it. It's not the point. The point is, I think, is that we'd like you to buy it and we'd like to send that money, 100% of the proceeds to Alex and his fund to be able to supply food, tea, cookies, microwaves, diapers, clothes, blankets, mattresses to people in bomb shelters across Kyiv. That's what he does.
And what's the translation of Slava Ukraine?
I think it's glory to Ukraine, is it not?
Yes,
it's loosely translated to that because I knew
it's like a greeting, like a salutation.
Slava Ukraine. Yeah. Because Alex started saying we've had Alex on since the beginning of the war here on the Dean Blundell show, and we've had him on weekly. We had him on yesterday, and he said that he started saying that. at the end of the podcast, like when we signed off with him.
Yeah,
and then Dean started picking up on it, and he was saying it, right? So,
yeah, we say Slava Ukraini to him, and he says back to us, he says, Here I am, Slava. Here I am, Slava, I think is the response. So,
yeah. Yes, he does have a response for it.
Yeah, we'll have to get him to clarify that for us. So that
I think it's glory to heroes is what he says.
Yeah,
that's the response is here I am. Slava means glory to heroes. Glory to Ukraine is Slava Ukraini,
right.
Or Slava Ukraine. So yeah, and I was laughing with him this morning. I'm like Slava Ukraine. He's like, you fucking got it, brother.
We're westernizing him well.
Yeah, he's all in. But if you can go and buy that shirt, we'd really appreciate it. The entire store is up there.
You can send him a couple of grand. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh
right?
my god, no kidding.
Totally.
Yeah. And I mean, we're at a point now where they're having trouble getting anything, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to have to start to reach across borders here for stuff now. And so they might have to get into Hungary and Poland and Moldova and stuff like that to get the supplies and things that they need. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And if you could buy a shirt, we're going to send them the money, and we really, really appreciate it. So there it is. You go to the DeanBlundell.com webpage, the shop tab, drop it down. You'll see all this different stuff. But more importantly, this is the shirt we'd like you to buy. We'd love to sell and give them the proceeds. So if you can do that, that would be wonderful. We'd really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Also, get yourself a go fuck yourself mug while you're there. You might as well. You can tell everybody at work that you don't give two shits, especially if you have to go back to the office.
I like those mugs. I might
get great mugs. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate you doing this.
It means good for you.
Yeah. Why are you guys so offended? It's good for you. It's a nice greeting. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. We can't give those to guests, Lachlan. It means good for you. Good for you. Your mother-in-law will love to drink her tea out of this cup.
There's a lot of bosses, because I think we've sold a bunch of cups. There's going to be a lot of bosses that are going to walk by those cups, and they're going to go, what does that mean? I want to remind everybody, again, you can go with both, depending on the boss. If the boss is an asshole, tell him the truth. It means go fuck yourself there, Terry. If your boss is a good person, go with, it means good for you. You did a great job today. It's encouraging. And then they'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah, good for you.
Good for you, Terry.
Good for you. Anyway, thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
For you.
Good for
We're wrapping already?
Yeah, we're going to wrap.
So. Wow.
Hour 32, dude. We usually go like 2.5 hours, and I'm like, no, I think we're pretty much through every slide.
We needed a quick one today.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry.
Well, I wanted to talk about these chicks that don't want dates or can't find dates because they say they're too hot. One of them's Canadian, and I also
the Masters game.
The Masters game. We already talked about the Masters game.
Can we do the Masters
game? The food game.
Can we go around the horn with the Masters game? Because I want to hear what Lynn says about this.
That's with Lindley here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some music going. No, fuck, we're gonna keep going. That's the deal.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
You haven't got upset yet, Lynn, so we're gonna keep going.
Yeah,
we're gonna find a way to
snapped at anybody.
No, have you know, Lachlan, I did catch the front end of the show before I came on. I was not drinking yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the problem.
Oh, did I say that you were drunk?
Yeah, you said this is the reason why you don't drink is so you don't get emotional on the show.
I probably did say something like that.
Suck on that.
He's getting mad, everyone.
Take your judgment, Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Fuck right off.
Go fuck yourself with it. That's what you can do with this brand new t-shirt.
Okay, well, I can guarantee you that High Fidelity was stoned.
I have a few theories.
Before we get to the Masters dinner, a couple of things. Have you guys ever jerked off on a plane? Yes or no? Anybody? Hands up if you've jerked off on a plane? Like you had to go to the bathroom to jerk off on a plane? Or did you jerk off in your seat, Lock?
No, I went to the bathroom.
Okay.
Come on.
You felt the need to jerked off on a plane. Never done it before in my life. Lindsay, have you ever done it? Jerked off on a plane?
I don't think I've ever been on a flight long enough to worry about it.
This guy jerked off on a plane yesterday 4 times.
Not him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a guy that jerks off on a plane.
No, he doesn't look at all.
Dude from Southwest Airlines facing several charges. Of course it's Southwest. After alleged masturbating at least 4 times during the flight.
4?
Dude, and here's the thing. He was only going from Seattle to Phoenix. It's like he was fucking on a flight for 20 hours. And he's like, I have to jerk off. This is an hour and a half long hop. Not even. Criminal complaint obtained by TMZ said it happened on a flight April 2nd. Antonio Sherrod McGarity accused of masturbating 4 times in the seat next to a female passenger.
Oh my God.
Here's the great part. The woman took photos every time he did it. And when he fell asleep, she told the flight attendant that he jerked off 4 times. They moved her to another seat. The woman turned the photos over to the Phoenix police when the flight landed. FBI interviewed him, and he's like, I didn't think she was uncomfortable with me masturbating.
How did Louis C.K. get to the Grammys?
Oh, my God. How was I supposed to know that was wrong? Like the guy, this is him. He's like, he lands, and they're like, dude, we got to arrest you for jerking off on a plane. He's like, was that wrong? And he's like, yeah, totally. We got.
I did it in the
like,
bathroom.
He's like,
I mean,
then he's.
That's also fucked.
We
We can't just skate by that.
Wait a second.
I assumed he's like, I assumed that she thought it was kinky.
Why?
Wait a second.
Can't skate by that.
Lachlan.
Yeah.
Did this just happen? Because you were on a very long flight recently.
No, I'm trying to remember.
Hey, everybody,
which flight
check
it
out
was.
the airplane masturbator right here. Look at him. Look at him with his pervy goatee.
I have a hard time remembering what flight. I'll put some thought into it, but
there's so many flights that you jerked off on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how do you? How is this so hard to catalog in there?
Dude, I've never met anybody that jerked off on a plane until today, and I've been working with you for.
If I wrote the blog about you, Locke, and said, "Does this look like the face of a man who jerked off on a flight?" and put your mug,
most people would
might
say
have
yes.
Some yes, yeah.
You probably get a lot of yeses with that goatee.
Jimmy jerked off on the Greyhound one time on his way to
my
Winnipeg.
God.
That's even
What's
better.
wrong with you, Edmonton
like,
folk?
As sad as it is, it's already sad. It's like it smells.
Actually,
the temperature's never right on a bus.
You know that's not okay, right? Just say out loud, I know that's not okay.
I know.
I need to
Listen,
hear you say it. I need to hear you say it. I need to hear you say it, Locke. I know that's not okay. Please. Please.
I know it's not okay to jerk off on commercial flights or on a Greyhound bus.
For our relationship moving forward, just say it out loud. That's all I need.
Listen, I'm not defending
my God.
it. I'm not
if
defending it.
If you say listen, you're defending it. If you say, okay, well, listen, like it was a long flight, I had a boner.
There's a lock.
Oh, it was okay. I got it. I just had to jizz. That's it. Just had to jizz.
A man has
jizzing is not, dude. Jizzing is not like having to shit. It's a totally different enterprise. Like it's when you have to shit, it's like a panic. When you have to jerk off, you're like, I'll wait till I get home. That has to, or like jerking off
3 minutes.
That relief.
3 minutes. It was contained.
Oh,
no one saw me. Yeah, unless there's cameras in there.
You're in a fucking airport or an airplane bathroom.
Come on,
contained.
Half the people watching this podcast jerk off on a plane.
It's a crime.
No,
they didn't.
It's not a crime.
That's
all right.
Half the people listening probably smoked in the bathroom.
I don't even want this. I don't want this in my search history, but I'm going to look up on Google if masturbating on a plane is a crime.
Rob's like, which airline, Lachlan? Which
I'm
one?
pretty sure it was Air Canada.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Swoop. It was
self-control, Locke. Come on.
Swoop.
Hey, look, I found an article. Cool little article here.
Air Canada Jizz.
Blue. It was Blue Airlines.
It was Air Canada, not Jazz. It's Jizz. Air Canada Jizz.
It might have been a Jazz plane.
Chris, what were you going to say?
I found an article here from FindLaw. Top 5 things you can't do on a plane.
Oh.
Number 1, do not masturbate on a plane.
In the hall.
Hold on, Lachlan, let me read this to you. This seems like it should be a given, especially because masturbating anywhere in public is like breaking some sort of obscenity or indecency law. Despite this being seemingly a no-brainer, Kyle Pierce, 25, was arrested for masturbating on a United Airlines flight going to Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, you can't jerk off on a plane. It's like super illegal. You can do whatever you want in the bathroom, I guess.
You took snakes on a plane, too, literally.
Yeah, in a bathroom, I guess it's okay, but
what?
You guys were all agreeing with
No, Ryan,
no one's
come on.
agreeing with you. No one's like
you're Mr. Practicality.
Ryan
but what you do in a bathroom? What you do in a bathroom?
I'm flying to Toronto in May. I'm going to fire one off on that trip.
I can't wait. Just wait. The poll isn't definitive that I put up in the comment section right now.
If that is true, Locke, what you do in a bathroom is up to you. If I came down to Edmonton and stayed at your house and whacked off in the washroom, that's fine.
That's right.
What do you think Bonzi did at his house for 2 weeks?
We're going to use Bonzi as the measuring stick here? We've decided that Bonzi's the measuring stick?
Right.
Did you say you put up a poll about jerking off on a plane already? Is that what you said? What do you got? What are the details?
We're at 30 votes so far, and 79% of people have said no, but 21% have said yes.
That they have jerked off on a plane?
They have jerked off on a plane. Well, I put wanked on a plane so that it was a little more inclusive.
See, I think women have an easier time of it on a plane. I think if you're going to jerk off in your seat, women got it. Like they can
do that cross-legged Rocky thing, right?
It was in the bathroom,
vibrating
not
panties.
in the seat. It's not like I threw a towel over me.
Kegel egg.
That would have been.
That's exactly what you did.
Yeah,
that's exactly
make a jerk fort. Did you make a jerk fort on the plane where you put like fucking one of those plane blankets over you,
and all you got a snuggie?
Fine. You know what?
All you saw was like the fabric going like that underneath, where you like just wanking
Was it
the
the spank bank that you got the material from, Locke, or did you hold the foam with one hand? And
did you have Wi-Fi on that flight?
Yeah.
Did you use LTE?
There are situations where I don't need any help, and I can just picture the things I need to picture to get the job done, and we're fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's called making a withdrawal from the old spank bank, by the way.
Kids, don't jerk off on a plane.
No.
For anybody watching, not a good idea. Don't listen to Uncle Locke.
It brings up a question of where's the line? Where's the weirdest?
Is it worse on a plane or on a bus?
This one, it's the bus. That's just dirty.
Bus is gross.
That's dirty.
Anywhere but the comfort of your home, guys. Come on, let's have some class here.
What about the movies?
No, theater masturbator. Come on.
You've never been relieved in a theater, rookie?
No.
You've never
didn't do the old popcorn in the.
The hole in the bottom of the popcorn. Have you done that?
No.
Okay, so hold on. Now, what's more illegal? Me going into the bathroom on a plane and wanking one, or having Linz have his girlfriend give him a handy and getting it in Pulp Fiction?
Well, Ashley's watching.
Yeah, dude, his wife's watching.
Yeah, don't talk about my girlfriend here.
Stops. Don't you know that?
Was it? What movie was it? Braveheart?
Oh, what was it?
I hope
Schindler's
it wasn't
List?
Schindler's List.
The Lion King.
Look at all these. Honestly, just our audience is a bunch of pervs. Yeah. Rook's got to get out more. He's got to jerk off in a couple washrooms. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Edmonton, man. Edmonton. That's why Connor McDavid's worse than Austin Matthews. Because Lachlan masturbates on planes.
What about you, Dean? You ever get it in a theater?
No.
Ever?
Oh, I've had sex in a theater, but
that's what I mean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Way better than getting a handy.
More than twice. Well, it was a long story, but it was like they blocked off the movie theater so I could screen a movie. And so
that's
I was
the
only
one
in there.
Screen a movie.
And I was like,
well, that's fine because no one else is in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't go to a movie by myself because I think everybody thinks I'm a theater masturbator if I'm alone.
Yeah, that's what I assume every time I've never been to a movie by myself either once.
I won't wear a trench coat to a movie.
I'm not even joking. Like, I refuse to go to a movie by myself because when I look at the guys that go to movies by themselves, I'm like, he's going to jerk off.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, and we just found out you're a serial masturbator.
The things you learn, I'm gonna tell you. There's like in my own head, there's like a ranking of this network on like who is who
masturbates the most.
Lachlan. This is happening. This podcast.
I can open a jar of pickles with my prostate.
You're below Bonzi now. I just hope you know that. Because Bonzi would at least apologize for jerking off in the theater.
Only after you like dadded him, like you tried to dad lock there though. That's the only way he would have apologized. What about you, Locke? Ever in a theater?
Dude, he jerked off on a plane.
Liar.
No, I had a girlfriend. Liar. I think I can count on one. Have I done this for you guys before?
Yeah. Put those hands down. I can smell them from
How many times I've had sex? These are soft hands too, bro.
Put those hands down.
These are board-opping hands.
I bet your right hand smells like gooch.
No, not yet. Anyway, listen, I can take both my hands, take one of my hands, put it in my pocket, and the number of digits on that hand are sufficient enough to count the number of women who have been gracious enough to take clothes off in front of me. I might even be able to remove a couple of fingers and open a door.
Yet, surprisingly, the number of CDs you have behind you is how many times you've masturbated in public.
40,000.
I have very few girlfriends before my wife because I met my wife when I was 20.
Yeah, we get it, dude. Every time we talk about jerking off and sex, you go through the same routine because what you do is you're like, my wife might be listening, so I'd like to re-impress upon her how few women I've been with and how she's the love of my life.
But there was a girlfriend that I think did something to me in a theater, but I don't remember actually
did something to you.
It was in Kelowna before I went to Vancouver. Yeah. I just don't have a real clear memory of it. I was drinking a lot back in those days, and I do remember us like playing around, fooling around in the theater. Yeah, there was no finishing. Yeah, plus she had bad breath. She had halitosis or something.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my god.
There's two things when you're like with somebody. You're like, I really like this person. There's like two things that reveal themselves that could be a real problem. And I was talking to a friend of mine about this because he's dating someone. He's like, I don't know. There's a couple things that are bugging me about her. And first thing I said, I'm like, how's her breath? And he's like, not great.
How'd you know? Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
I don't know what it was.
Have you played How Are the Genitals? And he's like, you nailed it. You're 2 for 2. And I'm like, exactly. There's breath and genital roulette that you play when you get together with somebody where you're like, I got to smell her breath or his breath. If it's a guy,
I think we
are
also,
or if you're in a same-sex relationship, it doesn't matter. But there's a point in the relationship where breath, like you're going to smell someone's breath, and you're either going to be turned off or you're like, oh fuck, thank God.
Yep.
But the other major Rubicon to cross for me in a new relationship is the genitals. What are we dealing with here? And every girl plays it, every guy plays it in a new relationship where things get moving. You like the person, you kick off your pants, and you're like, please, 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 please. Don't look like someone shot a squirrel with a shotgun. Please, 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 please. And if you're a girl, you're like, please, 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 don't make it. I hope it doesn't look like a cocktail wiener. Please, God, fuck, I play it. Please be circumcised, please. And then all of a sudden, you fucking roll the dice and you kick your pants off, and then that's the moment of truth. There is anxiety in that moment that is unlike any other anxiety. And it's genital roulette. It's a game we all play, Linz.
I don't have that.
Girls have it easier than us.
Now,
I will say this though. I think that we are attracted to.
Don't say sense.
I am honestly. I think my wife has a smell that I am very drawn towards.
Probably airplane bathrooms.
Soap.
That was the headline right there. Lachlan's telling us his wife.
She smells great to me. It's a thing. I don't know. Like, and I had a couple of girlfriends before my wife, like I said, 2 or 3. And there was one there that had a scent that I just,
am I doing the bit right?
To me.
I can take my hand and put it here.
Yeah, you do it all the time. Do it for your wife. Linz, you were going to say something.
I've got to. This is. It's don't ISO this, please, because it'll make me uncomfortable. I won't tell the story. Take me off this ISO. Because I'm going to tiptoe through this because I'm not going to be.
Jennifer's right.
We'll act it out.
Go ahead.
I just don't. I have you ever, Dean? Lachlan hasn't been with anybody. I don't know what Rook's history is like, but have you ever had to leave?
What's a woman?
Have you ever had to leave?
What's a girl?
A relationship or
no, not a relationship.
That
moment. Have you ever had to exit?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
What?
Because I
always get her done.
Exit.
No, you're not gonna like it. No
I'd be a trooper.
Like this. No one's
so
gonna like this.
I'm in a bar.
Power through.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how I dealt with it?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I was gonna finish mine, but go ahead.
Yeah, no. You said how did I deal with it?
Yeah.
The one time I'm like, I have brain cancer.
You didn't do that.
I gotta go. I did. Yeah. I lied.
That's dark.
I said I don't want you to deal with this.
Oh, you pulled that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't want you to deal with what I got to go through. And
ladies and gentlemen, she's watching today.
Let's bring her in.
Give you
bring
that
her in. Bring her in.
Anyway, what did you do?
So I got, and it was, I'm telling you, the hottest member of the opposite sex I have ever seen in my life.
Until you met your wife.
I guarantee you, my wife would even say, yeah, she's kind of hot. Same thing. Beautiful night, great time, everything's good, smells good here, and it gets to there, and it was. There's a word, and the word is called jumentus. Do you guys know what jumentus means?
No.
Okay, it means it's an actual description of smelling of a stable. And the reason why I know this is because of this girl, because I had to look up a fucking definition to explain the story of why I didn't complete the task at hand. And it was because she smelt of a stable. Like it smelled like, when you walk into a barn on an August day and it rained the night before and it's 30 fucking degrees that day.
Wait a second. Wait, how do you say this again?
Jumentus.
There's Jumentus?
Jumentus.
Okay.
Yeah, Jumentus.
How do you spell it?
Williams starring that in the 90s?
It's like a J-U.
Okay.
Jumentus. It's the smell of a stable. And
she smelled like a horse, did she?
It was one of those. I stopped. I stopped in my tracks. I'm like, and I had the fastest I've ever thought. Yeah, exactly. The fastest I've ever had to think on my feet. And I thought, you got to go pee, right? Yeah. Okay. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I just fucking tipped the fuck out.
No.
I left. I'm
with Rook. You got to power through.
No.
Every time
you got to man up.
Every time.
When it smells like you're going through a wastewater treatment facility.
I'm with Rook.
No,
wastewater.
Absolute fucking.
And you put on your mucklucks and you get in there.
No.
What about this poor girl's feelings? She probably doesn't know.
You know what? There's no way.
There's nothing sexier than saying, "Hey, you got a little Jumentus? You got some Jumentus, girl?
Hey, honey.
Jumentus from Wiktionary.org, gentlemen. Jumentus. Well, that's the first thing that came up. Oh no! I'll get the one. This is from the dictionary. This is from the dictionary. This is fucking unbelievable. An adjective meaning resembling horse's urine, smelling strongly like a beast of burden.
Rolling Stones. Nice.
Use it. Rolling Stones. Use in a sentence. Adjective: jumentus, comparative, more jumentus, superlative, most jumentus, of relating to or smelling like quote horse urine quote. That chick smelled like jumentus.
It was, there was a very jumentus odor that was eminent. And I don't mean only in the up close, like not when we just zoomed in. I mean the wide shot.
You got the waft.
There was a.
I'm disappointed in you, Ryan.
Yeah, you just got to be like, listen, my kink is I love wiping people down with Lysol wipes.
Yeah, listen,
it's my thing. I'm sorry, it's what I do.
There's so many more things you could have done here.
Don't think the shower thing didn't cross my mind.
Baby, let's have a shower and really sex this up. Why do you want to shower? No reason, baby. No reason.
I can only get hard in hot water. Something along. It all went through my fucking mind, but I panicked. I'm like, I gotta go. You gotta split. Here. Never went back to that bar.
Dude, just tell her next time.
Blackout during sex, so I can't blame you.
Yeah. Drink more so you don't remember the smell. Woo! So on to the Masters and pimento cheese sandwiches.
Yes, please. Jumentus. The Masters are this weekend. Tiger Woods is playing. We just went over the whole thing to start the podcast, but you put up a great piece today on the Masters dinners, and some of them are incredible. Hideki won last year, so it's like full-on Japanese cuisine, which we love, right, Chris?
Oh, we love.
What do we got?
Check out this lineup, Ryan, because I know. Appetizers, assorted sushi, sashimi, and nigiri. Gotta be careful with that one. Chicken skewers, miso glazed black cod, dashi broth. You know some dashi broth, Ryan?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not even gonna dashi that. And wagyu.
Wagyu.
It's A5 wagyu too.
And then Japanese strawberry shortcake. So
put that back up again. Put that back up again.
Yeah,
because I got to ask Linz a couple questions. Yeah. Miyazaki Wagyu, A5 Wagyu beef ribeye mixed mushrooms. What is Miyazaki Wagyu? What's A5 Wagyu?
That's Japanese. It's Japanese beef, and it's only certain things can be certain cuts of Wagyu can be certified and licensed by to be A5. That's top tier. Like we're talking.
I thought it was an aged thing.
It's probably aged 21 days or 28 days, like normal ribeyes would be. The aging just helps with the tenderness and a little bit of the flavor. But that's That's an expensive steak. Like you're looking, that steak to buy in the market would be probably about $99, depending on the amount. It doesn't say how many ounces it is.
Army Chris does Wagyu every once in a while. Like he'll once in a blue moon he'll
probably Western Wagyu. You can get Wagyu. There are certified remote farms in North America that you can buy Wagyu from, but a lot of the times it's frozen. It's not worth it. If you can get it fresh, and I'll guarantee you that's fresh stuff that they're doing there.
So they're having that meal because of last year's winner.
Yeah,
and they had
Champions meal. The champion
so
gets
all
to
the
pick
champion
the meal
yeah.
previous year for everybody to eat the next year.
I love that.
But
yeah,
let's not think that it's all 5-star dining.
yeah.
Let's check out what I like to call, or what I called in my blog, the Lachlan meal.
Awesome. Okay. Here we go.
This is Bubba.
Yep.
This is Bubba Watson, who's the weirdest fucker on the planet.
I
He had a
picked Bubba
traditional Caesar salad, grilled chicken breast with green beans, mashed potatoes, and macaroni with cornbread.
Confetti cake.
And then at the end, the old confetti cake, which you can get at the dollar store for $1.
I am in.
So basically, it was catered by Applebee's down the street of Augusta
with cornbread. I love it. Come on, man.
Sizzler catered Bubba Watson's Masters.
If I was one of the Masters winners and I walked in and saw that on the menu, I would be so upset.
Oh, so
like I'm here in
like
I
just got there.
Did John Daly ever come close to winning the Masters?
No,
he just sells his merch on the patio.
Not even close.
Not really. He won the British and he won the PGA.
He won the he won the British. That's right.
Our boy Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
A little weird. Not what you would expect.
This was different too. I remember this,
but it's a little bit weird. So I'll read this, Locke, if you want to get your glasses on. The Augusta roll, which is basically tuna.
Yeah.
Tempura shrimp, spicy tuna, avocado, so sushi. I can only assume, right, Ryan?
Yeah, that's a yep.
So prime steak, amazing, but then chicken fajitas.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I like
so
that.
The chicken fajitas, I don't really. No, I don't think that's weird. That's,
like, do you want?
Kink.
That's a Lone Star.
No, it's
staple
steak and
what
chicken
that is.
fajita. Yeah, steak or chicken fajita, I guess.
All right.
No, you're getting both. It's
because
and chicken fajita.
You don't.
So I looked on. There was an expanded menu for Tiger, which I didn't get the screenshot for, and it was a cowboy steak, and then the chicken fajitas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
he
the prime
did two
steak
things.
chicken fajitas,
Yeah, and then the dessert was I can't even see churros.
But how many times has he won? He's won the Masters. How many times?
5.
Yeah. 4 or 5 times. That was the most recent.
So
one.
he's probably just like, hey, I'm just gonna have some. I'm gonna fuck around with it, right?
Yeah, I'm running out of ideas.
Running out of ideas.
Churros,
So
everybody.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
Churros.
A couple churros.
It's fucking hilarious.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, dude. We have
Today's
churro
sound.
cereal at my house. I'm like, fuck churros. That guy had churros for
So then that begs the question.
Yeah.
Which Lachlan's going to steal the bit for his radio show tomorrow.
I'm gonna steal this.
What would your Masters dinner be if you won the Masters? What would your Masters dinner be? It can be anything in the world, whatever you want. Appetizer, main, dessert.
Don't start with
Appetizer, main,
Linz.
dessert?
Don't start with
Lindsay's-
Linz because he'll ruin it for all of us.
No, Linz is batting cleanup. He's
Lock,
going
you
to
go
bring us all
first.
home.
I'll go first. So we got an appetizer,
Yeah.
Yep.
chicken wings.
And flavor of chicken wings?
dude.
Like any flavor?
Hot.
Oh,
I'm going hot with fat guy dip, ranch. And then
Did you just call it fat guy dip?
ranch is fat guy dip.
I'll shout out to
milk.
Wild Wings to see if they can bring it in.
Wings.
Then,
What else?
And then I got to pick a meal.
A main, yeah.
Okay, I want prime rib. I want roast potatoes. I need a veg here.
Okay, Bubba.
Probably broccoli with like a cheese sauce on it.
Holy
What?
crap.
I love fucking brock with cheese sauce. And then a dessert.
Yeah, dessert.
Oh shit, something like I'm going
Let me
like a
guess, a lava
chocolate
cake.
mousse. Oh, lava cake. That's perfect. Lava
I
cake.
knew it. From President's Choice.
Jesus Christ.
This is
We're
like
back
the
at a
it's
Sizzler.
Montana's.
Yeah.
You get a fucking Montana's.
All you can eat
Your
ribs.
birthday dinner
everyone.
at Montana's. Yeah.
And you all have to wear a hat.
I was trying to get Jimmy on his fake birthday the other day because we celebrated his Facebook birthday. I think we talked about it the other day. I was trying to get him to go to Montana's for lunch with me. You wouldn't do it. I'm like, okay, Denny's. You get a free Grand Slam breakfast if we go to Denny's. He's like, fuck you.
Wouldn't do it.
No, I'm like, I want moons over Miami.
I'm with Locke on the wings. I'd probably do wings, but I would do like lemon pepper organic wings. I do like roasters, and it would be like a really nice. Anyway,
as your appetizer, you're going for
as my appetizer.
Okay.
What's your main?
I'd have to go with a filet and a peppercorn sauce. Might be like if someone said to me, "What meal do you want before you die?" Like, let's say I murdered a bunch of people tomorrow, and in like a state that had like
Fudge Sundays, Mike.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Someone just told me a hot fudge sundae.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd have it catered by DQ.
The grill and chill.
I do scallop potatoes, and I would do roasted asparagus. But then I would also have to have a fish there because some people don't eat beef, right? You got your pescatarian, so you'd have to have a chicken or a fish. Yeah, I know, but I would do like some kind of cod. That's what I would do. I know it's not a wedding.
You can do whatever you want.
As far as vegetables go, fuck, who cares? If I'm doing the master's dinner, there's no fucking vegetables. And for a dessert, no problem. Key lime cheesecake. Eat it.
Oh.
That's what I would do.
That's a good dinner.
Not bad.
Okay, Rookie.
All right. I would start. We're going to go to the East Coast. We're going to fly to the East Coast here. We're going to do lobster roll and scallops right off the hop.
Yeah.
And then for the main, we are going to do a tomahawk steak, bone in, with garlic mashed potatoes and rapini. Get me. A little bit of Italian
What's
in there.
rapini? What's rapini?
Italian broccoli.
It's like douchebag broccoli.
Oh, okay.
We're at the Masters. Let's get douchey with our green jackets
broccoli.
and have some rapini.
Yeah, rapini is douchebag broccoli. Like if someone ever says, "Hey, we're having rapini for dinner," you're like, "Oh, are we expecting some douchebags this evening?"
All you've done is added a seafood, and you put a bone on your fucking meat, and then you
add douchebag broccoli. Yeah, same thing.
Let me guess. What kind of sauce are you putting on top of the rapini?
Huh? What sauce?
Yeah. No sauce.
Something cheesy?
Wow. Edmonton, everybody. Edmonton, folks.
Edmonton,
like Alberta.
lemon,
yeah, we know what I'm going to do, Locke.
oil.
I'm going to walk across the street to the 7-Eleven, get some Tostitos queso. Everybody gets their own jar to just dump on the rapini and the bone-in steak.
Heat it up in the microwave. That shit's to die for.
So that's my plan. And then my dessert.
Queso's the best. I could
really
drink that shit. Yeah.
My dessert, strawberry rhubarb pie.
Ooh, that's a good one. Lynn's.
Okay, now Lynn's
dinner,
gonna
sir.
light
The
us
goat.
up here.
The goat.
Your master's Can I ISO you now, Mr. fucking hard to deal with?
No, stop it.
Mr. Don't ISO me or I won't tell the story.
That was a greasy story, though. I get it.
That was a bad one. I needed friends. I needed to see my friends' faces while I
We got
What are you talking about? I told everybody I jerked off on a plane. What are you worried about?
It's true.
That's enough.
Lynn's?
So I would probably I gotta steal the appetizer from Rook. It would be a seafood, some sort of a seafood, and maybe even some would I do escargot, like grilled? Yeah, maybe some butter garlic escargot with like a really nice like cheese crumble on the top.
Bonjour.
I would do
That's snail's Locke.
I hate this.
It would be it would have to be filet, like Dean said. That's the only thing that kind of suits the mood of the Masters, I would think.
Yes.
It would be a seared Wagyu filet. No sauce. Maybe a chimichurri just to be fucking weird about it. Maybe put a chimichurri on the side and be like, yeah, here you go, white trash.
I don't even know what that is, but I'd eat the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's tasty. And
delicious.
then a veg would be, you know what? And again, you can get crafty here. You get like artisanal sweet potato fries with as Lachlan would put it, like some sort of a fat guy aioli.
Like a hell of a good dip.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hell of a good dip,
dude.
And sweet
I
potato.
I bought some hell of a good dip the other day, and I brought it home. I didn't know whether to eat it or stick my dick in it. I was so excited.
I did both.
Of course you did.
If you get the bigger bucket,
there's a good possibility that if I'm not going to finish that thought. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. And then dessert would have to be a really good tiramisu, I think.
There he is.
Yeah, a really nice tiramisu.
What people don't understand is that Lynn's is like a foodie's foodie, right? So when I call him or talk to him several times a month where I'm like, what do I do with the carrots? He's like, okay, fuck,
you still have my sous vide.
Yeah, I still own a sous vide. I use it almost every day. We're using it tonight.
Yes.
So his meal is going to be better than ours. Lachlan had by the way, the only way you could have trailered your meal anymore is if you had added hot dogs.
His was Bubba Watson's.
You went full Bubba Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with my meal. Prime rib.
Like a cheeseburger.
Oh, but you can make it medium, so it is a little bit hot.
Undercooked. That's what I want.
I have never had to ask how to have my burger done.
There's rules about burgers, though.
Got to cook them.
Depending on where you're getting them from.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you watch that beef, this is a tip everybody can take. Unless you watch the beef get ground in front of you, never cook your burgers medium, because that stuff that sits in the package in the cooler in the fridge in the supermarket, you don't know how long it's been there. So don't.
And you don't know you don't know who packed it.
Exactly. You got to watch them do it. Yeah.
But all the meat packing in this country comes from Alberta, so it's questionable to begin with.
Very, very important to trust. Find a butcher you can trust.
That's right. Anyway, I'm glad we did that work today, guys. Rook, thanks for doing that.
That's fun.
It tells a lot about us. Yeah, you should. Well,
I'd also give everybody a cigar. Everybody gets a cigar with dessert.
Oh, yeah, maybe a nice and a snifter or something.
And a glass of very, very nice scotch.
Bourbon or scotch.
Scotch. I love scotch.
In my tummy.
Good. Well, Locke's going to steal that bit for tomorrow morning. Yeah. Masters this weekend. I'm really excited for it. We got Rod Black coming up on Friday. He's going to preview the Jays season for us. Is there a better guy? Probably not in the world. Got Rod Black. We're going to talk Blue Jays. Ray's going to join us tomorrow as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Ray, he's now our new sports guy. Don't even know. We just decided last night.
Is he?
Yeah. Good for you.
I'd like to speak to Ray.
But thanks for doing this, boys. Really appreciate it. Ryan should have a cooking podcast. No kidding, Mike. I've asked him to do it like 400 times, and he's like, I don't know. I'm too busy because I'm doing yours, mine, and other people's podcasts. Plus, I got
to be honest, podcast doesn't really make sense because it's just audio.
It'll be a vlog. Yeah,
have to be some form of video for him.
Yeah,
not to get too.
It's a lot of work. We used to do it. Like I do. If you check out my YouTube channel, there is still my old videos from when I was I used to be sponsored by like Weber and Oklahoma Joe's and stuff, and it was a brand ambassador. So there's some videos up there you can watch. It's pretty good.
We did about 15 episodes of crock pot cooking with Jimmy in the Dennis
with the cilantro scar.
Some of the worst videos I've ever released as a human being that have ties to the locker room. It was just Jimmy in his kitchen throwing shit in a pot and then like 2-minute videos. It was just awful. I don't know why we were so stretched for entertainment back then, but
it's because he wasn't doing the Star Wars podcast yet. Darth Brooks hadn't been invented.
All right, boys.
Thanks, guys, for doing this. Lachlan Cross, 95.7 Cruise FM in Edmonton is where you can find him at Lachlan Cross on Twitter. Good to see you. That is Ryan Lindley, Sheeple Shepherd. Make sure you download his podcast. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. He's an excellent follow. Smart guy, good human being, and a lot of fun. At Ryan Lindley on Twitter. Great to see you. Love you, brother.
See you tomorrow.
And that is my friend Chris Rookie, at Rookie with like 6 O's, a K, an I, an E, and an underscore. That is how you do it if you want to look for him. He doesn't care if you follow him. It doesn't matter. But what you can do is check out all of his work at DeanBlundell.com, and he is our blog captain, as well as our right-hand guy. Great job today. Really appreciate you being here, brother.
I'll come back soon, I hope.
Yeah, dude, you got to come back like tomorrow.
See you soon.
See you. Bye. There you go. That's it for us. Have a great day, everybody. Jays are playing this weekend. Friday, they're opening up at home, which is fucking unbelievable. They haven't opened up at home for like ever. Really excited for that. Leafs are going to make the playoffs. Get out in the first round. Excited for that, too. It's sunny out. It's going to be nice tomorrow. Fuck, enjoy your life. Don't worry about the pandemic right now. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You should probably worry about the pandemic a little bit. And don't forget to purchase a shirt for us, too. If you can go to deanblundell.com, go to the drop-down tab where the store is. We're raising money for Alex. We're trying to get him as much money as we humanly can to be able to feed and clothe and keep people warm in these bomb shelters in Kyiv as the war rages. Very important thing for us to do. It's important that you help us. If you can, see your way to it. That'd be great. It's $40. It's not a big deal. 100% of the proceeds from that shirt go to Ukraine. So specifically to Alex Dyrebekov, who's in Ukraine, joins us weekly, and you all know his story. He's a wonderful man, and we need your help, as does he, helping the people of Ukraine where we can and how we can, and this is how we're doing it. So get the Slava Ukraine t-shirt at deanblundell.com. Go to the store drop-down menu. You can order it there. You can get the full offering of all the other stuff as well, but that shirt's very important, so make sure you buy it. Have a great day, everybody. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks to our friends and sponsors at Easy Auto Financial. Easy Auto Financial, helping you get into a car, no matter how your financing is, your credit rating. They take care of your financing for free. It doesn't cost you a dime. They'll hook you up with a car that you want, the dealer that has it as well. It is all turnkey and no obligation. Go to easyautofinancial.ca today for more information. Also, special thank you to our friends at Ed's Fine Imports. His gits are keeping us comfortable, happy, and clean. You need to get them as well. GITCH3, that is your promo code. Use them today. Order from Ed today. He's got the best underwear on the planet. Boxer briefs, pouch in the front. GITCH3 is your promo code. Again, go to edsfineimports.com. Order today. And, of course, our friends at Domination helping us do content properly. Use domination.com, dmntn.com today. It's AI for people that produce all kinds of online digital shit. Whether it's promos from a file, it helps you do it so much faster, like 72 pieces out of one file for a promo, and they go all over your platform. So try them today. Great gaming, streaming, podcasting, and more. DMNTN.com. Have a great day, everybody. Appreciate you being here. We'll see you tomorrow on this very show. Don't forget Rod Black doing Jays with us on Friday. Have a wonderful evening. We'll talk to you soon.